Who died?
Hello.
You died.
Welcome.
Hello.
Why is
man.
Dylan not here?
Where's Dylan?
What do you mean?
He's here. You
I'm
weren't on
right
screen
here.
for some reason. I don't know what happened.
We gotta get your avatar on screen. There you are.
I'm sharing my screen
There
now.
you are. There's our Dylan.
You did it so quick, I couldn't even complain.
Yeah, good. Hello,
Hello,
Canadian
Lucy.
Lucifer.
Hello,
Well,
Willow.
How
Ah.
is everyone who celebrates his holiday? I'm currently eating gingerbread shortbread from a
Ooh.
small business, from a like a maker market that my mother and I went to.
Is it time for Ori SMR?
It could be.
I'd rather
You
not.
can't hear it.
please. I hope I can't hear it as well.
Hello, Willow.
I'm taking a picture of this ad that ended up on our YouTube.
My cookie is
It
almost
makes me
done.
laugh. Hello, Willow. Hello, Parry. Hello, Canadian Lucifer. Hope you all
So
had wonderful
I had no
holidays.
idea, guys. I had no idea. But apparently the Turnabout tier list took us a substantial amount of time last time.
Yeah, apparently it took
Hey,
us
Nicole,
2
what's up?
streams. Hello, Nicole.
It took us 2
Glad
streams.
you could make it.
However, there are 4 less
No,
cases
it
in
took
this.
us about 2 streams.
All right, we got this.
Apparently.
We got this.
There are
We're
4
gonna-
less
We
cases
were
in this.
Very bad last time.
Yeah, you were very bad last time. And we hope to finish the last 2 endings of Dead Plate as well today.
Yes, we got a
Because
lot on the docket tonight, don't we?
We won't
A lot
see you
on our
all
Dead
until
Plate.
next year. And
Indeed.
next year,
This is true.
we need to start Apollo.
We do. We're on a time crunch.
And now,
We are?
yeah.
Well, Ori's got a bet to win.
Well,
Hello.
That
Mason.
doesn't start until it starts,
hey,
but
Mason.
that's less the concern and more, yeah, I know, we're still another thing and there's still no Apollo Justice outfits. You're gonna have to wait until we play the game to get them. Ori's been too freaking busy.
It's been the holidays, man. I
We
think
don't
you're
need
allowed
that,
to
Ori.
break. Jeez.
We haven't started.
Yeah. I just usually
Guys,
by the time
Ori
we
won't
play,
even take a holiday for herself. Ori is her own worst boss.
I know, Nicole. It won't be until next year that we see you again. Crazy.
Well,
Hello, Willow and
we do have
Mason.
Comic Corner next week on Tuesday, do we not?
Yes, but for Ace Attorney. I don't think Nicole usually can't
That's
show up
true,
because of
that's
time
true.
zone shenanigans, unfortunately.
Yes.
Nicole really
Oh,
only
that's
gets the Fridays. We gotta do something for our other across the world peeps sometime.
We
Maybe
do.
we'll do a special, who knows.
We'll have to try.
But let's get Craig in here
Yes.
before I'm dumb.
Get those headphones on, Flair.
/join. Amazing. Come here, Craig.
Now recording.
Yes, you are, good sir.
There
All right,
he is.
we are here.
There's Flair
Well,
with his little mic.
We're
glad
happy
you're
to
watching
have
the
you at
bots,
all.
Nicole.
Glad
Nicole.
you're enjoying the
It's
bots,
always sad when you
Nicole.
can't make it.
Yes.
Get Craig in.
Craig's here. Uh-oh. Go away, web brute.
It's Craigin time.
It's Craigin time. All right, let us begin. Look
think
at this
multiple
logo.
logos.
Come on, I'm loving. I make good logos.
That's
these
a
days.
pretty sweet
I'm very
logo.
happy.
Ace
It's a
Toonies
big-
Turnabout E-Year list.
Wow.
No.
Investigations.
Come on. Investigations
Turnabout
collection.
Tier list.
Collection, Dylan. Collection.
That's true. That's true.
All right. A reminder of how we do this. This is not an actual tier list. Alliteration
What?
just sounds nice.
Also,
Clickbaited.
Yep. It never was.
spoilers
never will be.
abound.
Yes.
You have been
Spoilers
warned.
for everything we have streamed ever, period, but specifically the investigations games.
Oh,
Both of
God.
them.
You
Okay.
have been warned.
But I would say also definitely the original Ace Attorney trilogy is fair game as well. And we reference a lot of shit, so just be warned.
To be
each
fair, there's
turnabout.
a lot of flashback cases. I think they have no choice but to be referenced.
That's also true. Each turnabout is scored on a scale of 1 to 5 in 5 categories. 3s will be awarded to a category if it does not exist for a turnabout. That mainly happens with mechanics, which is like an extra little thing.
What?
The
How are
5
there no characters in this turnabout?
True, Nicole. Not real clickbaiting if it's gibberish.
Yeah, exactly. Year list. See,
Good point. Good point.
Legally, safe, allegedly. All right. The 5 categories are mystery, the actual who-done-it part of the turnabout, the part we're solving. Story, how the turnabout progressed, the overall story of the game, or collection in this case, or caused character development. Villain, the killer, how they were as a character and antagonist, etc. Characters, the side characters introduced in the turnabout. I am also including characters that may have been returning, they're still side characters, or they had substantial arcs within a turnabout, even if they're not immediate sides.
This is gonna be hard.
Yeah. And lastly, mechanics, how the actual game mechanics are. Unlike the original trilogy, there's a lot less changes of them, but there are still some, back and forth things. So
there's some new stuff they introduced. We definitely
probably
got
not
something to work with.
Lucifer, but it's always fair game. Now, timing. We had timing last time. It went out the window, so this may or may not be thrown out the window like last time. But the goal is for me to read the overview of the 5 categories, and then have chat chime in on any information that I left out that they feel is important. And then we will each have roughly 2 minutes to discuss our reasoning and give our scores for the categories.
Ori, do you want me to bring you an egg timer?
I have one. I have a little mushroom.
Okay.
You want me to do that?
Yeah, I have a
do
mushroom
that.
next to me. Do you want it?
No, I have a mushroom. I have 2 mushrooms. Okay.
Oh.
We're doing
Are we
shrooms,
ready?
you guys.
Hell yeah.
Let us
Let's go.
begin. Turnabout Visitor. I have one qualm. I'm so sad that after the first Ace Attorney game, they just stopped doing fun new art for the covers. That pisses me off. But moving on. So, the mystery.
Sadly, there's no art category.
Gumshoe is framed for the murder of Detective Buddy Faith, or Jim,
I forgot about this one. I'm like, what?
who worked under prosecutor Jacques
The tutorial,
Fortsman.
Dylan. The tutorial.
Yes.
Yeah.
The story is that there is a second intruder in addition to Jacques Fortsman and killing Buddy after that comes in. We don't know why that person stole the files of a 10-year-old case, the KG8 incident. It was also told that there is a black card with the mark of a white 3-legged raven, which Edgeworth and Gumshoe recognize to be the symbol of the great thief Yatagarasu. This case actually occurs later in the timeline of this game. These events happen directly after the 3rd case in the amusement park. But we will, of course, get to that a little later. The villain is, of course, Jacques Fortsman. He's the metal guy with the stupid hair that flips up and the headband, all right? The characters that we get to meet are really, of course, Edgeworth Gumshoe, but we get Maggie again. This is new Night Guard Maggie. And we get Jacques Fortsman. Buddy is dead the entire time. Lastly, the mechanics are the base investigation mechanics, the fact that we have this overworld we walk around in for investigations, we have the deductions, we have the logic, etc., etc. Remember, there is no mind chess in this game. All right, who would like to go first?
I totally forgot about that.
Who would like to go first?
Not me.
Ah, crap. Okay, fine. Let's see. The mystery. This is the tutorial case, and I feel like mystery-wise, it does the job of a tutorial case. It's pretty straightforward. I'll be honest, I don't remember the ins and outs of this one incredibly well, to be honest.
I don't remember the
This
ins
one,
at all.
honestly, mystery-wise, I do remember when Jacques Portsman showed up, we kind of clocked it. So mystery-wise, I feel like it's very, kind of standard for an Ace Attorney mystery is like, oh, this person showed up. Definitely him. How do we prove it? So, it's fine. It gets the job done. Is it 2 minutes to discuss the category, Ori, or 2
No, the
minutes
whole
to
thing.
discuss
Keep
everything?
moving. The whole thing.
Oh,
Keep moving.
2! Okay, moving on to story. Fuck.
So you're giving mystery a 2.
Yeah, I'm giving mystery a 2.
Sounds good. Story.
As for the story, I do enjoy how this sets up the reoccurring Yatagarasu. It does a good job creating intrigue with that. I kind of like the out of timeliness the way this works. Like you kind of get some later information and then you backtrack to see
Thank
how
you,
you
Goose.
got here. So I'm going to give that a 3. I think we're going to go right in the middle with this. Villain, Jock Sportsman. Like I said in Mystery, very obvious it's him. Very obvious, not subtle. And unfortunately, I don't know. Like, he gets the job done. I don't think he's very memorable. I don't like his design very much. And even Ori struggled to make this man sexy. I'm giving him a 2. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He gets a 2. As for the characters, Maggie and Portsman, I am a little biased towards Maggie because I do like her. But Portsman does drag the category down. And if we only have 2, I'm sorry, it's got to go in the middle. That's a 3. And as for the mechanics, I do love the new mechanics that are introduced. Investigation, I think, is pretty standard. The only difference there is instead of like clicking around, you get to actually see Edgeworth walk around. I really like logic and how you put the 2 puzzle pieces together. That's really fun. Very fitting for Edgeworth as a character. I love that UI design. I'll give mechanics a 4.
Ooh, only a 4. All right. Any closing
Ori?
remarks? Any final words?
Final words on the case. It was enjoyable. I think it eases you into the game. It does everything it needs to, introducing you to the new mechanics, showing off like how this game is going to work as a spin-off. I think the story stands out more than the other elements. And yeah, those are my 2 cents.
All right, I gotta go. I
right.
can't hold my tongue any longer. I get that this is a tutorial, so that is genuinely, we can't fault the game for anything that, it's not quite as exciting. You have to go up. Can't start at a 10. Gotta ramp it up. But, and even though I love all Ace Attorney, including this game, hey MP, this one I did not like. It was something, I'm gonna rate it quite low, in fact.
Oh, wow.
Gumshoe framed for the murder of the detective. I don't hate that part. I don't hate the concept of it, but I felt like there was never any question as to what's actually going on.
Well, we
It
don't
was
know
pretty
that
much
yet, Enthuse. That's why I didn't count it.
Fair. The case is very boring. Mystery, I mean, I want to give it a 1, but I'm trying to imagine what would be worse. I'm just, I can't think of anything worse than the Ace Attorney series.
Compare it against a hypothetical. You have to compare it against what you got.
I know.
No, he's
Zilla.
comparing against
I'm
all
Oh,
the other cases he ever played. That's
I'm gonna
fine.
give it a 1.
All right.
There was never a millisecond where anyone thought, I mean, literally anyone, that Gumshoe did it. 1, but 2, it's like, come on,
That's also true.
like, come on.
That's why it's like very standard as a case.
There was no way that it wasn't the guy blaming Gumshoe though. So like even him, like, oh, how good is he of like
well,
setting
he
up this
eventually
being a
started
question mark?
blaming Maggie, but
I gotta give it a 1. Story. I actually don't hate the fact that there was something going on in the background where it's like, what the hell? How is the Yeti G connected? How is this old case file? I'm giving the story a 3.
all right.
But I'm giving the villain a 1 as well. I hate Jack Sportsman. I forgot entirely that this happened. In my mind, I like AI slop generated at like the back, like singular brain cell, that there was just like some sort of Winston Payne shenaniganery, and like Gumshoe was like, oh, he's painted all over the place, and like I couldn't remember this guy. I didn't even remember Ori tried to make him hot. Like everything about him was just a fucking Men in Black.
I tried and
wipe.
I failed. I failed to make him hot.
He's hideous. His characterization, quick, right now, think of what his personality trait is.
Sports
Smarmy.
bro. That's it.
There is
Sports
none.
bro.
There is none. He says some sports words. He doesn't
What
like.
did he do? He had a basketball hoop
doesn't
out in the
do sports shit
the
that
hall,
much,
and
like-
wasn't that like some kind of
Couple
thing we
times.
needed to prove the case or some shit?
True Mason. Yeah, Nicole, exactly. Compared to everything else, it's like, come on. As a villain, he, so far, maybe I'm forgetting one who's somehow even more forgettable. Portsmouth is my least favorite villain out of everyone. I even like Beef Wellington more in the previous game. Like, there's just more going on previously
I
than
keep
this shit.
forgetting to remember
What?
you.
Alright.
Uh-oh.
Characters, I mean, listen, Portsmouth is on there, so it's dragging it down. I'm giving it controversial. I'm giving the characters a 2.
All
Mechanics, I give a 5. Just real quick, I
5 out
love
of 5, yep.
the whole putting shit together as like a, oh, here's all these leads, or like rumors and like, you know, try to make something out of that. I think that has the makings of a good game, a good detective arc, even if this one sucked. So
It's a good setup for later, is what you're saying.
yeah.
Indeed.
All right. It's my turn. All right, mystery. Yeah, it was pretty straightforward. While they did, I think they do the classic every time where they show who the killer is, like in the flashback sort of thing, in like the very opening. We kind of know who it is at least. I don't think they did that in this one, but because there's such a small cast of characters, he fucking walks in and you're like, he did it. You know, like there's no other option.
Yeah.
It's Maggie, Gumshoe, Edgeworth, and him. So it's
And
like
guy
obviously
you've never
it's
met
him.
before.
It's obviously him. So the mystery itself, there was an interesting little bit I remember with like reorganizing the books and be like, oh, what is missing in the order, and like, you know, bunch of stuff of like how he died on the bookshelves, and having that
I have
second
no memory of that.
having that
I
second
don't fault that for
thief
the mystery points though.
come
Even
in.
if they show the killing at the beginning, you could still have a satisfying
Oh
mystery.
yeah, and you
There's-
can. We
there's
rated
pieces
the other
you have
ones
to
higher
not
too.
understand. There's like trying
Yeah.
to put together the actual what happened
Well, because
exactly.
then
Like
it becomes
Did
not a,
show me this
a
opening?
Yeah.
who done it, it's a how done it.
Yes, and the how,
and how
done
do you
it
prove it?
was
done
rather
it?
boring.
Exactly.
Even, I did enjoy elements of it because I did like they switched the doors. You know, that was an interesting
you're
little
right.
thing.
I forgot.
They did do like having that second thief that we don't know about, you know, fucked a lot of shit up originally, but that wasn't him being like that. So I'm gonna put the mystery above Dylan with a Mars at a 2. It's not particularly intriguing, but it wasn't horrible. Story-wise, while it does set up a lot of stuff, I feel like because they did it in this weird, like, switcheroony with the time thing, it kind of made it completely forget about that. And I think it was actually chat that had to tell me in the end a lot of stuff where it was like, oh, this ties in, and like, oh, it's all this stuff. So, like, it only really set up the Yaddy G as a thing and not much else. So I am going to give the story a 2 specifically here, just because the way
interesting.
they had to put this one first just kind of fucked it over in that way, in my opinion. Jacques Fortsman as a villain, he's pretty cookie cutter. His, like, sports bro thing was kind of lame. I did think it was funny, the calling him Jim, like, he called all of his, like, lackeys Jim, no matter what their name was a little funny thing. But
Ori, please.
if
Ori,
Dylan
please.
even thinks that he couldn't do a great job at him, then I had no chance, so we'll give him a 1 as well. And yeah, I couldn't make him hot. And that's saying something because I made Grossberg and Winston Payne hot. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Literally
Exactly.
true.
All I'm saying.
This man could not be
characters,
saved.
Maggie was a little better than she was in the past. You know, I don't hate Maggie, but I don't love Maggie. Obviously, same with Portsman, you know, villain or not. I'm gonna give the characters, I'm gonna put them middling with a 3. Maggie's fine, but Portsman is bad. I love the investigations mechanics. That's a 5 out of 5. That
Ori,
is it. Yeah,
Can I change one thing?
sure. What would you like to change?
I want to revise my score down on the character section.
to a 1
I'm like-
again.
I want to give it a 1.
All right.
This is a
Oh,
this,
snap.
listen, if chat wants to roast me for this one, that's totally fine. I actually don't like Maggie. I don't like her. She's boring. It's kind of funny how she's like got a lot of terrible things happen to her. But as someone who's on the screen, it's like I would kind of rather be almost anyone else. Like I kind of like Old Mag more than Maggie. At least she's funnier.
Wow.
Oh,
I know.
That's
dang.
crazy. That's crazy. All
That's
right.
a hot take.
It's a hot take. I respect it. If you want to grill me for this one, I don't expect an
The
apology.
hot
It
take.
depends on that one.
All right. Continuing on to case 2, Turnabout Airlines. All right.
That is a hot take. I agree.
So, in this one, Edgeworth is framed for the murder of Interpol agent Akby Hicks while on a plane back to Japanifornia. With the storyline, it's that Camille was a member of an art smuggling ring, and she used her skills as a flight attendant, being fluent in other languages, to help with smuggling artifacts and specifically forging documents. The latest and current target at this flight was a leaf red statue. Akby was specifically investigating the smuggling ring on this flight, and that is why she killed him. Technically, you can call this case a flashback because it occurs before the first case that we did, 2 days before exactly. And this is where specifically we start learning about Interpol looking into this smuggling ring.
I got a question.
Yes?
Do we want to keep the mechanics for the whole game a 5 if there's no change, but we like the mechanics of this
I'm
game?
fine with keeping it
I'm
still
okay
a 5.
with boosting them up to a 5. The reason I gave
No,
them
no,
a
I'm sorry.
4 in
No,
the
no,
first case is
Mars,
because
Mars.
I thought there would be
I'm not
like a
trying to change
better
your
way
There
to
are some
introduce
other
them.
stuff.
Wait, hold on. I just wanted to establish we're going to keep the same score for mechanics, not for you to say, I'm going to go up to a 5, Mars. So you should keep it.
No,
a
no,
4.
no. I'm
There
not
are
saying
other
that. What I'm
mechanics that
saying
do
is
get
as
introduced,
the game
so
goes
they're not-
on, I think they integrate the mechanics better than the tutorial game did. Tutorial case did.
Okay, so
the number of
raise yours
ranking
up to
would
a
go
5
up
in the
for me.
second. Yeah, whatever you feel
Yeah,
like it.
there we
But
go.
there are mechanical changes as
Easy
well.
peasy.
So it isn't just a flat every time. So,
We're going to have to bust out the rare 6.
yeah, the rare 6. The
Actually.
other characters we get are Rhoda Tenero, of course, Camille Meal, and Zinc LeBlanc, the vase fucker.
Whoa!
There is no other new mechanics in this case. Mars.
Do we not meet Lang in this one?
No,
No,
we do
we
not
don't.
meet Lang in this one.
Lang does not show up in this one.
Nope.
Are
you
we
are
sure?
yes,
Very
I am
sure,
100
Dylan.
fucking percent sure.
Listen, I believe you.
Entirely sure.
And
I
yet,
believe you. Yeah.
all right.
Do we ever show Lang like the recovered photo of like that like big statue head in the
I
cargo
have
bay?
no idea.
I
Yes, I
swear
do
we've
know
had
that Franz and
Lang's
Gumshoe are
reaction to
also
it.
in this case. I do not count characters that we already know that don't have
Yeah,
particular like arcs in the case. If
Would
we've
already
met
get
them
a
before.
default 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We already
be too
like
easy.
them. You know, it doesn't matter. So, Mars, you ready?
If they play a big role, they should matter.
Okay.
but
Yeah, if they
are
play a
relatively
big role, like if
small.
Gumshoe had character development or something. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm right. Honestly, I don't know if this counts as a hot take, but I honestly think this might have been a better tutorial case because of the mystery. I think it would get you more involved right
Just kinda
away.
long, I
like
think.
as much. It is on the longish side, so it wouldn't work in that case. But I do
Some
think in
people like it
terms of
extra
like
long.
the mystery itself, where
For a
Edgeworth is framed, that's a different kind of angle
Mhm.
to work with. So I do like that Edgeworth has to prove his own innocence with that. And then from there, like, I don't know. I like the set pieces of the mystery. I like going to the gift shop. I like finding the suitcase. I like going to the cargo hold. And then, like, I remember we had this moment of putting it together, like, oh, snap, that's what happened, and getting, like, really excited over it. That's the moment I'm looking for when we're talking about mystery. Is that moment when, like, all three of us have that, oh, snap, that's what happens, and we get really excited over it.
Mhm.
So, for that, the mystery, I gave 2 to the tutorial case, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Mister, you gave 2.
So I enjoy the mystery of this one. I did enjoy that little aha moment we had. I don't think it's amazing. I still think it's mostly serviceable. I'll give it a 3. I'll give it a
3.
comfortable 3.
All right.
Yeah.
Average 3. Story.
So, in terms of the story regarding chamomile, the art smuggling ring,
Yeah, they
now this
did
could just be
deliver
being
The
very brain dead at the moment. I do not remember how the smuggling ring played into the larger part of the story. to
Well,
be
you don't know
honest.
that yet, so it doesn't matter, I guess.
Oh, perfect.
It is the linchpin. I'll tell you, Alba is the guy who made the smuggling ring.
I remember it being the linchpin. I just don't remember
Alba made
in
the
what
smuggling
way.
ring. Everything tied back to the smuggling ring. Alba made
I
the smuggling
see. I
ring.
see. Okay. Yeah, I feel like
That is true, Canadian.
this one's hard for me because I feel like when you have something like that, it's like in retrospect, like hindsight, oh, okay, now this all fits into the larger picture, but just by itself, it's like,
But you also have to
Okay.
remember it.
got the job done. Yeah, and remembering it, which clearly I didn't. So I'm kind of going with a 2 for that
All
one.
right.
Gotta be honest. Sorry, story. But as for Cammy, I listen. I'll always be biased towards the characters I play. I had a fun time playing Cammy. I had a really fun time playing her. I do like the little shtick where she then's revealed to be an
Yeah,
act
but we
at the
don't
end.
know
Like
that
that's
yet,
something.
because-
That's something to work with, which is really fun. I don't think she's the most memorable villain out there. I definitely think there's more iconic ones. Oh, geez, this looks like a very middle of the road case for me, so I'm giving it a 3. I panic when I hear that bell.
Villain is the 3. All right, come on.
Villain is a 3. She gets the job done. Characters. I mean, I was laughing my ass off when Ori was playing Zinc LeBlanc. However, I think it was Ori's voice acting that saves that character. I feel like if I was playing this game by myself, I probably wouldn't think much of him, to be honest.
Oh,
It's
come
definitely
on,
Ori's
he's
improv.
So good. We love Zinc.
Yeah,
The
I love
only
on Karma
thing I
because you
remember is
play him.
Ori's improv of
Yeah.
Oh, God.
very sexual. That is
feel
the
like-
only thing I remember about this man.
I'd be fine.
I do like Rhoda. I enjoy Rhoda. I think she's very cute with wanting to be an artist, wanting to do her own styles, but her styles are not great at all. Her designs aren't great at all. I think that's a cute little shtick. Oh, it's very middle of the road. 3s, just
All
all the
right,
way down,
a
I guess.
3.
It,
All
it
right.
wasn't great. It
And then
wasn't bad. It was just
mechanics?
kind of there. Oh, mechanics. Again, I think this would have been a better tutorial case. I think they integrated them in a much more interesting way here.
All
Deduction
right.
worked, logic worked. I don't think they introduced anything new, so we'll
no,
make that a
nothing
5.
new in this one.
Bump it up to a 5 for me.
All right, Dylan, you ready?
Maybe you should take yours, Ori.
Oh, okay. Really? No, this is the order. Do yours.
I feel like you're waiting to hear all the takes
Fine.
on Zinc
No,
LeBlanc.
no, no,
Go
no,
ahead,
no, no. I
go.
want to just. All right, fine. All right, for mystery, Edgeworth being framed by itself, I'll say whatever. That's happened before. We've been there. But this arc, I think, was actually a good one, and we're gonna just justify that a bit. The mystery itself, I don't know if that was the highlight of the part. I mean, it was whatever. It was fine. But this is very clearly establishing the smuggling ring, and this actually does play off a number of things that come afterwards. Now, where the mystery ends and the story begins for the rating, I'm always a little bit shaky on, but the one part I think was a little bit weak for this case, and I'm going to give the numbers in a second. I actually love the characters in this case. I do like the characters. I like them a lot. I do love Cammy as a character. I really like Zinc. Even though they're like somewhat whatever, they were fun. They were fun to play with. But Cammy as a villain, I needed chat to help remind me how that actually fucking played out. Her villainous aspect part was kind of meh.
Did I miss your numbers?
Her as a character, fun. Zinc as a character, also really fun. But the
Did
villain
you-
part, it loses some points for me. The
Did you-
mechanics I'm going to keep very high because I
Dylan,
do
did
like.
you give numbers?
Did you give numbers
Not
for the rest?
yet.
Okay, okay. You're waiting till the end. All right.
Mechanics we're still going to keep with the 5 though.
So,
Building
yeah.
anticipation.
We're starting out at
Chum.
low because mechanics 5. Characters really controversial. Go ahead. Can we give half numbers, Ori, or do we have to give
No.
whole numbers?
Whole numbers. You love
Whole
this
numbers,
shit.
dude.
Whole numbers. Make my life fucking
wanna
easy,
give
please.
I want to give it a 3.5 because that's what it deserves, but Ori would shoot me. So we
3
round
is your
up, I
average.
guess. I'm going to give it
You
a
round
4
up.
because I liked it slightly more than an average.
All right.
Interesting.
For the villain, though, I really didn't like the villain. It's not as bad as it can be, as we've just seen with Portsmouth, so she gets a 2, but
All right.
she deserves a 1.5.
You love doing
But no, I really did enjoy this arc.
Dang.
As for
Not
where the
even
mystery
the
and story
2 elements
scores-
of her could save her.
No, as a character, she's great. And
Yeah,
I
not
like
as a
that she's
villain.
blowing bubblegum, as Chat
Which
was
I
talking
agree.
about, rather than being sleepy. That's really good.
Bubbles, yeah. Just
I mean,
bubbles.
yeah, as a villain, like, pretending you're asleep, it does, like, it is a bit one-dimensional. And then mystery and story, I'm going to give the story a 3 and the mystery a 3 as well.
Alrighty.
Maybe I'd give one part like a 2, one part a 4, but honestly, I can't really separate those two for this one, so.
I see.
Understandable.
Right. Gotta set up my...
It was a good case. I liked it.
Yeah. And that was your top.
Oh, look at that! Under time!
Hey, you
Under
made
time.
it!
Alrighty. Our mystery with this one was definitely interesting. There was a lot of like stuff moving around. I did like the Edgeworth being framed thing because it specifically tied into he had to prove his innocence. It wasn't that, you know, he was giving up and being a bitch like he was in 1-4. So, I did kind of enjoy that, and it was interesting, just the way that it kind of went around the plane and kept coming back around. But I wouldn't say anything particularly stood out to me, you know, as like a really extra fun time. So I would give the mystery a pretty middling 3. I didn't dislike it. It had its moments, but I wasn't like, oh my god, I love this mystery. This one was really good. Right. Story-wise, it does set up stuff. I would say this is the one that gets it rolling. The sort of first case is more like oh, if you remembered this shit at the end, and then when it comes up later, it's like, oh yeah, but it doesn't really fully get me going.
It's like, good
this
luck.
one is definitely like, oh, there's a smuggling ring. Here's Francisca being like, that's a smuggling ring, and like all this smuggling ring shit. And it directly leads into the next case, basically. So, I'm pretty happy with the story. I'll give the story a 4. Villain-wise, I do have to agree with Dylan. She was kind of mid as a villain. You know, her motivations were just kind of, you know, very one-dimensional. She wanted money, so she's part of this just like smuggling ring. She is the forger. She didn't want to get caught in a forgery, so she murked him. You know, like it was kind of very meh. It wasn't very, she didn't, what's the word? It wasn't like super premeditated in the way that like I would use that word, not legally. Where it was just like, she didn't plan it out, right? She didn't sit there and have like this whole thing, and the way that she kind of covered it up still was messy in the end because a lot of shit kind of foiled her plans. But it was just kind of like, all over the place. So as a villain, I give her a 2. Yeah, she's not the worst, but she's just kind of bland. Characters, I didn't really like Rhoda. I'm not a Rhoda person. Cammy's shtick was great. Figuring out the bubbles was hilarious. I obviously had a time playing Zinc without question.
He's so good.
I'm glad he left an impression.
He was fun.
I hope he never comes. I'm glad he never comes back because I have no fucking clue what voice I gave him.
Come on, that's a bad reason.
That's the reason.
Rhoda is like a normal person. I don't give her points or take points away for Rhoda, but
Well-
I like Cammy.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give her a 4. Characters a 4, and then again mechanics same. That's a 5. So we shall give me a second to tally up everybody's points.
Hello, Federico.
Hello, Federico. This is. Ooh, all right. BI. Nope. Ooh. I won 3. Okay, next case. We're going on to case 3, the kidnap turnabout. This one Lang shows up in, Dylan. Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure. I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure. All right. In this case, Edgeworth goes to Gatewater Land to drop off some ransom money for
this
Ernest Amano's son,
Yes,
Lance.
this is when we got Five Nights at Freddy's.
We have Ernest.
That was fun.
Amano
That
is
part was
somebody
cool.
that Edgeworth knows and sort of is owing to do this, he feels like. You know, he has some sort of connection there. Edgeworth makes the drop and is unceremoniously knocked out by the proto-badger in the haunted house. Really spooky fucking moment. He awakes, tied up, and locked in a storage room. We later on find a old guy's dead body. I think his name at the time is Colin Deveray. And we find him later, and he's the murderer in this whole thing. Story-wise, it turns out that Ernest Amano had been Interpol's target this whole time, as the Amano group was caught dealing in a smuggling operation during the KG-8 incidents. Lang also at this time drops that a corrupt prosecutor, which we know to be Portsman, was working with Amano and the smuggling ring. So everything kind of goes deep within there and all this sort of stuff. This one occurs after case 2, but just before case 1. It literally leans right into case 1. Oliver Deacon. We do see Phoenix and Maya here as little cameos in this one. We see Pearl too. It's Phoenix, Pearl, Maya in the boat as a little cameo in this one.
That was cute.
The villains, I put both. So Lance is the one that orchestrated this whole thing specifically and was the one who killed Oliver Deacon or Colin Deveray. Those are both the same person. But Ernest Amano also gets arrested. But I guess really Lance is the mastermind of this specific mystery here. The characters, we meet Kay. This is Kay's introduction. We meet Lang. This is Lang's introduction. We meet Sheena. This is Sheena's introduction. The other side characters are, of course, Lauren Pops, Lance, and Ernest Amano. We see Old Bag as the pink badger. We see Meekins as the blue badger. And we actually see Emma Skye again. The new mechanic we get here is Little Thief. This introduces Little Thief as a mechanic that we get to use during the investigation. Are we ready, Mars?
I believe so, yes.
All right, then begin.
I feel like the mystery here was pretty fun to solve, and it's hard to pull the mechanics away from this one, like separate them, because I really do feel like the mechanics enhance the mystery, like the fact we're able to use that to kind of see what could have happened or like change a hypothetical of, ooh, what if this, what is that? I don't know, it just adds another layer to the actual mystery we're trying to solve. The ransom money plot, I will be honest, I did not remember, so that was a bit forgettable for me.
Well, it turned out Lance had
just
calls for his
remember-
own ransom money is what happened in order to try and extort money out of his father.
See, that's the thing. I totally forgot about that.
Ah,
I
there you
remember
go.
Killed that
something
guy,
Lance was in
with
debt.
Lauren.
They killed that guy to actually get the money from him?
No, they killed that guy
Yeah.
because he thought he was a bad guy with the whole thing. He was actually Lauren Pops' dad, and he was kind of
That's right,
stalking
that's
Lauren.
right.
Nobody else knew that he was her dad, and so Lance ended up killing him. Enthuse brings up a good point. Lance was actually in debt to Viola Cadaverini, Furio Tigre's
yes,
secretary,
yes.
and he kidnapped
So wait,
himself
that other
to
guy
get
they
his dad
killed.
to pay money he could use out of debt. Yes, the guy they killed
Yeah.
is Colin Deveray or Oliver Deacon. Those are the
So-
same person.
Lauren Pops' dad?
Lauren's Pops' father.
And they
who-
killed him because he was going to try to stop the murder, or not related? He just wanted to
My
say hi to
understanding
his
is
daughter.
not related. He came back because he finally got out of jail after 10 years, or he broke out of jail
Yeah, I
after
remember
10
that
years.
part.
And he
Yeah.
was basically like stalking Lauren, but that's what they perceived it as. And so there's like
Oh,
an
so they killed him 'cause he was
altercation.
stalking her?
There was an altercation where he was trying to. Oh, I think Lance was gonna like ditch Lauren or something. And Deacon came in.
Yeah,
Chat
because
needs to
I
help me
remember
here with
Lance
this one.
never caring about Lauren.
Yeah, remind us why the guy died in this
Yeah,
one?
remind me.
See, that for me is why it makes it so hard to talk about the mystery, because I don't remember the motivation at
I mean,
all.
this was 10 years ago, to be fair.
Yeah. It's possible that Lance killed Deacon to avoid splitting the ransom money.
Try to save his daughter
Okay.
from this shenanigan. Yeah, I want to look it up, but Ori shoots at
See,
me every time.
Lance
I
That's the
broke
type
down
in.
and admitted his guilt, though he claimed it was all in self-defense after Oliver attacked him.
Right.
That's what he claims.
Okay. See, this is why I feel like I gotta give Mystery a 3. Because while I enjoyed, the act of solving it and playing through the case, I don't know, motivation did not stick in my brain. So I feel
Yeah.
like that's 3 or 2. 3 or 2. I'm gonna go
Vibes it.
2. I'm gonna
Hell
go
yeah.
2, honestly.
All
Because,
right.
I had fun playing it, but it did not stick in my brain, which is unfortunate. As for the story, though, if the last case was the one to get the ball rolling, this is where I think we feel more of the pieces coming together and actually making sense. I think this is where the timeline shenanigans and order of events
Like,
as we play them kind of
reconvene.
helps. because, well, not only that, but now we have like audience only information that Edgeworth doesn't have. So it's kind of like now you got this juxtaposition of Edgeworth doesn't know something, but we have that extra knowledge. So like we're able to kind of put it together faster. I always appreciate when a story does that. So I'll give that a 4. That feels safe. Lance and Ernest, I don't remember their motivation. I barely remember them. I don't remember what they sounded like. That's scary as hell when the Blue Badger knocked us out, though. So that gets them 1 point between the two of them. So that's a 2, I suppose.
All right.
1 point for the both. That sounds fair. Holy crow, I forgot how many characters were introduced in this one. I feel like the standouts are definitely Kay, Lang, and Sheena. It was fun to see Emma again. I do like her new design. Kay, hella fun. Lang is the boy. I love his introduction. I love how he antagonizes us. Like, that helps it feel like oh shit, we're playing an Ace Attorney game again. We have a rival. We have someone to face off against. I really like that. I'll give characters a 4 here, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I said, during the mystery mechanics with Little Thief, the mechanics really did enhance the mystery. I like the whole problem solving of it. Little Thief, I feel like could have gotten annoying, especially later on when like sometimes you have to switch back and forth between certain scenes. They keep it in check though. I'm gonna give Little Thief a 5.
Alrighty.
But thankfully not the Lotta face, Mason. Thankfully no Lotta face.
So I can't believe Mars looks at that list of characters and sees Kay, sees Lang, sees, Emma, Sheena, even Old Bag and Meekins to a lesser extent. This is a banger
That's
cast.
true, we did get Meekins.
I'm starting off with this characters as a 5 for sure. Like, I'm trying to think of what Mars would need for it to be a 5 for her. When you got Kay and Emma in one thing, but like
to make it a 5.
in my mind, I'm like, well, if they just added Manfred von Karma, it'd be clear to her. But I don't know if she likes it as much as I do. But yeah, characters 5 for sure.
Lana accompanying Emma, then we'd get a 5.
Even though Lauren and Lance and Ernest are kind of flops, in my opinion, I think there's enough people here that are really fun that I'm going to give the characters a 5 despite that fact. Mechanics, Little Thief, listen, it was already a 5. Little Thief is a really fun mechanic, especially when you have to put in the variables. So you can be wrong and see things wrong. 5. I would have made it a 6 if Ori didn't get mad at me every time I tried to. So, I know I'm
Maybe
starting
we need a
at the
rule where
bottom.
there's only 1 6 you can allot, and you have to use it wisely.
I'm going to push it, you know me.
He's gonna push it. He already pushes it.
For villain, this is controversial. I recognize that fact. I didn't really feel like this arc had a villain at all. I felt like they were doing crime, but there wasn't a villain. So, even though I went fucking
Even though
off,
someone was murked?
I know! I went fucking off about Portsman being shit, and he is shit. This villain is a 0 for me. I don't think there is a villain. I think Portsman sucked. I think this one had like a did not finish, you know?
Do we
Where it's
allow
like, they're
0?
doing crime. They're doing cover. Listen, Ori, if you don't allow 0, round up to 1.
I'm gonna round up to 1 because I don't think we gave
Round it up to
Vasquez a
1.
0, so I think it has to be a 1.
All right. I think it deserves a 0, though. When you think of Lance and Ernest, they're doing crime, but again, I don't think they're evil enough. They're not cool enough. They got no charisma. They're not like...
They're definitely not cool enough.
They're not anything. They're kind of blah. And they're the weak part of this arc for me. I do like it, though. Listen, I actually felt like our time here wasn't wasted. I wasn't like, I regret playing that one. It was good. It was fine. Despite the absence of villains. However, yeah, it's definitely not murder enthused. It's really much a financial crime, and like even in real life, like people aren't as interested in that stuff in terms of like a news thing.
And
where
he'd
it's
probably
like,
argue self-defense for the Colin thing pretty.
he would argue that for sure, though they often do because it is the defense for that. But whatever. For mystery and for story, again, I have a difficult time breaking it up. This is definitely involving... Listen, the first one, if it's Edgeworth being kidnapped, I don't really understand why. I liked it. I'm going to say better than average. I'm going to say 4 on that one. For story, It didn't really captivate me. A little while in, I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm having fun. So I'm gonna give the story a 2. I think the characters carry it. Overall, yeah. Overall, I still liked it, despite the fact that maybe it would have been a lot better if there was actually cool villainy happen.
Alright. Alrighty. Let me wind up. Here we go. Alright. I really like the actual like mystery part of it. I think the fact that it is kind of like there's not really a true villain makes it so the mystery is kind of all over the place in a fun way. And honestly, the setting of the theme park is really fun because there's a lot of these hidden things and a lot of the trap things, and in the end, how we solve it.
And Easter eggs like Phoenix and Maya.
Yeah, and Pearl. And how we solve it in the end with
The
the
mirror
haunted
trick
house
was
and the
also
trap
really
mirror
fun.
thing and all that. I actually really like that. I'm gonna give the
That was
mystery a
great.
4. I had a lot of fun solving this mystery. Story-wise, yeah, well, it does sort of start tying everything in together. I don't feel like it necessarily feels like I'm about to... It feels like the closer of what we've already done in these first 3 cases. It doesn't feel so much as I'm leading into something else. It's like, oh, we tied all the loose ends. The Amato group, the smuggling ring, and, you know, Portsman, we're all connected here and how it is. So it feels very finite, and it didn't really like be like, oh my god, we're gonna continue on this. I remember being kind of surprised that we were still on this later on. So I'm gonna give the story a fairly, like, a middling bland kind of 3. Villain.
A middling bland 3?
Yeah, that's
Don't you mean
average.
2?
Yeah.
Isn't that what 2 sounds like?
Sure, that's what 2 sounds like. I'll make it a 2. I don't like it.
Dylan,
that much.
is 3 not the median when you have
yeah,
5
but if the
numbers?
median on Ace Attorney is good, then I see what he's saying. So, yeah, I do agree with Dylan. Well, to an extent, I'm gonna give Lance a solid 1. I'm not going to round up from 0. I am going to give it a flat 1. He did do some scheming. He did do some conniving, but he was kind of just a bitch baby in the end, and he was kind of just flying by the seat of his pants, and his pants were wedgieing him, so it really wasn't that great.
If you didn't list the villain, if you just like left it blank and you're like, quick Dylan, who is it? I would be like, the evil badger! Like, I literally, like, Lance and Ernest were so forgettable.
I honestly, no, you joke, but I'm like, yeah, no, the blue badger that knocked us the fuck out, that's the villain.
Wasn't that Lance?
Lance and Ernest too?
Lance knocked you
Pretty
out,
sure that
yes.
was Lance. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Lance.
All right. Characters, I have to
don't
agree with
remember
Dylan.
him. I remember the set piece.
5 out of 5.
I
There's
know.
enough characters here that honestly, Lance, Ernest were not very present in this entire thing. Lauren's was kind of an annoyance, but she was okay. And again, we didn't see a ton of them. We got a good amount of, we got a lot of Kay, of course. We got a lot of Lang. And I'm not a big old Bagger Meekins fan, but they do have their funny moments. So yeah, I'm giving the characters 5 out of 5. I enjoyed my time with them. I love Little Thief. 5 out of 5. Can't go wrong. Alrighty.
You just made it, Ori.
I did just make it, Ori. Okay, let me
Hold
add
on.
up. Yeah?
I'm just deciding.
Well, I gotta
deciding
add
what?
some stuff up so you can decide a little longer.
Nah, I'm gonna keep my rating.
Okay, I need to
I feel
add-
like I'm trying to separate the story from the villain a little bit too much, but like the story was driven by the villain's motivation
It's
here.
hard not
Yeah.
to,
It's
though.
just it's
That's
not
the
as
problem.
compelling, you know? Wait, Mason, explain what you mean. That is the Rorschach of statements. I have no idea what you're trying to convey.
You know what? I'm gonna change my character rating. Bump it
Oh.
up to a 5. Yeah, because
Wow,
Lance,
Mars,
and
wow.
Ernest don't drag it down for me.
You
Because I
barely
do
see
really
him.
enjoy Meek and
Make her
Sheena,
lock in. She
Kay,
can't revise.
and
Make her
Lang.
lock in.
No, you revised a lot last time.
Make me
What's
lock in.
yours,
No.
bitch?
Make me lock in.
He didn't end up revising it this time, but last time he definitely fucking did.
He did.
Also,
If
it's
you get
funny.
a freebie, so
Dylan,
do I.
Dylan's out here asking for halves, but if I gave him 1 out of 10, he totally still would have asked for halves. So, like, it never is good enough for him.
that is real. That is real.
So
If you
true.
made us do this 1 out of 10, we'd be here all day. 1 out of 5 is plenty.
Well, yeah, that's why I did 1 out of 5, because Dylan would still
Let
be
me
asking,
do-
can
wait,
I have a 2.5?
Compromise.
No.
Let me do halves, but we just multiply whatever score we give by 2.
No, we're moving on. You have to do whole numbers. You get 1 through 5. Be decisive. All right. Number 4 of the first game, Turnabout Reminiscence. All right. The mystery is that defendant Mac Rell stands trial for the murder of Dead Man. He claims that he was under the orders of the Yaddy G. When prosecutor Byrne Faraday calls for a recess because of prosecutor switching stuff, Rell and Faraday are both found dead in the lounge, appearing to have killed each other. All right, the story is that Callisto Yu, who is the defense attorney in this case, is revealed to be the Yaddy G and manages to make her escape. And she kills Rell and Faraday. And she makes her escape before being arrested for said murders. She says she killed Faraday because he knew the truth about her being the Yaddy G. We find Bad to be particularly shaken by this news. We also learn that Yu was actually working for the smuggling ring. And Kay says that her father, Byrne Faraday, is the real Yaddy G, not Callisto Yu. This case occurs 7 years before the events of the last case we just talked about in the theme park. The villain here
So we
is
get Bratwurst.
Callisto Yu, or the Yaddy G. The characters are Bad, Byrne, Kay. She's young as a child in this one, so that's why I have her here. The Judge, classic Udgy. Rell, he does get a speaking part. He does have a little bit there. Again, this is young Francisca, so we do get that. Manfred von Karma, we all know Dylan's love of his life, and Callisto Yu. The mechanics are we actually don't get any Little Thief in this because Kay is a child and she does not have Little Thief, so we lose Little Thief. All right, Mars, are you ready to go?
I am.
Go ahead.
This one's hard, and this one hurts me.
Kay splits it
Because
with him in the end, Perry.
The mystery is good. I like figuring out how Rell and Faraday both died at the same time and putting that together. But what I absolutely hate, and what I think drags this down so much, is the mechanic of getting Bad to talk with us.
Okay, that's true. That is a mechanic. We can put that in as a
Hated
mechanic.
that
Bad
so much.
exposition is a mechanic.
It was so bad. It was so
Yes,
bad.
Mason.
Pun intended. It was awful. And I don't know. I do know. It dragged down the mystery for me. It really did. Because at one point, it's not, we're deducing and figuring it out. We are begging this man to fucking talk to us. And that's not fun.
Yep.
I'm sorry, it's not.
Right. She's right.
It was so irritating. I'm sorry. Mystery.
Wait. Where do we put that? Do we put that in the mechanics
I'm
rating or
putting
the
that in the
story rating?
mechanics. Yeah, because the way they give you the evidence in the end is the mechanics. Mars is specifically
in terms
saying
of
here, though,
story,
that makes it worse, though.
It drags down the mystery for me because that's not problem solving. That's not undoing who did it and putting
I'm
pieces
fine with you
together.
connecting to them,
That's
but
just
that's
begging.
definitely, I should have put that in mechanics as well. So add that to
That's
mechanics when you
just
get there.
begging. Yeah, mystery. I'm sorry. It's a 2. It's a 2. I hated that.
Oh.
It just affected so much of my enjoyment. It's unfortunate. It really is. I do love this game, you guys. I swear. However, the story gets points. The story gets a few more points. I like Kay's reveal about Byrne. I like how specifically Kay talks about her connection with her father. I like seeing Gumshoe and Kay hang out, which is a big part of the story. We know that carries on into future interactions and storylines. In terms of like Callisto Yu's reveal and everything, that was pretty fun. I'll give the story a 4. 4 feels right.
All right.
As for Callisto Yu herself, I believe prior to her reveal, no, the laughing
She's the
shtick
laughing
is
one.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
she
the
is
laughing
the
one.
laughing one.
I didn't like that very much, to be honest.
Mm.
I didn't really like that. It got in the way a lot of the time of just trying to have the dialogue. I know every villain has their shtick, but I'll give her a comfortable 3, to be honest.
All right.
As for the characters themselves, it's great to see Judge come back. It's great to see Franz
I
and
don't count
Bratworth
him
in their
because he does
original
nothing.
element.
He does less than
Um,
Rel.
Bad, I do like Bad. It's just the mechanics drag him down as well, which is very sad. But I'm gonna say for me, I think the interactions between Kay, Gumshoe, the flashbacks to Burn Faraday, those are enough to kind of save it for me. I'll give the characters a 4.
All right.
Mechanics. There's no
The
little
bad.
thief, and there's begging of the bad. 1.
Oh,
That
wow.
sucked.
All
I
right.
hated it so much. I was losing my mind.
All
That-
right.
That's the thing. I feel like if a case drags itself out, and I feel like it's doing it for no reason, like it's gonna hurt it. It's gonna hurt it overall. Sorry, case number 4.
All right, Dylan.
Yeah, so like listen, the mystery, even just what's on the screen, but how it also played out too. Compelling. I actually cared. I'm like, what's going on? This is pretty cool. And we definitely, after a certain point, maybe even like in the first third, we're like, all right, so we now know that there's a good reason to kill these 2 people, but it's like even trying to figure out the specifics as to who, and obviously for a while we're trying to figure out exactly how, because like the windows being open and the noises. I actually liked it. Better than average, 4.
Nice.
The story, let's see. Again, I always have trouble separating it from the mystery.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it?
I'll
I
give
try
the
to
story a
mystery
3 if
as
we're separating.
gameplay and our enjoyment of it, if that
I
Listen.
mean,
helps.
the mystery is the actual whodunit for the murder, and the story is the character development side of the overarching plot. That is how I have specifically grouped
3.
it separately.
Yeah, that
All
makes
right,
sense.
3.
There's a fair amount of character development. There always is, obviously. I don't think the games are bad. But I don't want to give it too high of a score for reasons I'll go on a little bit more in a second.
Okay.
For villain, I actually think that Callisto Yu was perfectly fine. She wasn't incredible. She wasn't awful. I would think she deserves a 3 if any villain does.
All right.
I kind of like her shtick. Her vibe is fun. It's not particularly menacing, but you don't need to be menacing to be a good villain. And the fact that, I mean, listen, at the end when she fucking pulls out the gun,
Yeah.
I think she's cool. She's just not cool enough to get a 4 or a 5, especially compared to some like other really good villains in these games. Characters, I do like Bad. I just fucking hated him in this arc. But as a character, I think he's pretty cool. Burn, I mean,
It's not really mechanic
he's not-
enthused. That's
I don't know if I would count Burn as a character in this one. I mean, technically, yes.
Look at him in flashbacks.
But
and
Kay,
stuff.
Judge, Manfred, Little Sheldon, even more autistic Little Sheldon. They were great. It was really good. Characters, I want to give a 5, but can't because of the way a couple of the characters were. And so I'm going to give it a 4.
All right.
And we'll go right into how I fucking hate Bad in this one being the gatekeeper to fun. I feel like while the pacing in general could have used a little bit of changes, the bad part is where I actually was actively not having fun. And it got to the point where like Mars was talking, which is fine. We accept that on the Dylan show. But when she started one of her dialogue paragraphs and I got water and then went to go to the bathroom and then came back and she was still on like that same train of paragraph chains.
Yeah.
We
How
didn't
do you
even
think it was for me reading all that shit?
There wasn't an Edgeworth line in between those fucking essays. So then I grabbed the snack and I brought a snack back and she was like just finishing up.
Pour a
I
drink,
said
make some
something.
tea, go to the bathroom, check the mail, do a load of laundry,
Read a book.
Then
start
said
the
her
rice,
next,
wash
"What do
the
you mean about
dishes.
that?" And then after I give her the next prompt of, what do you mean? Then she would continue her next dissertation. It was like reading theory. It's like, what? Come on.
Painful.
So the mechanics I would give is a -2. I know Ori doesn't let me go below 0 or even 2-0, but it really deserves it. I still did like it overall.
Literally, pastry, literally.
It didn't ruin it for me, but I think if I could rate this low enough to actually change its score, even just for the mechanics section, I genuinely would.
It's like, that's the thing. Story-wise, it makes sense that Bad doesn't want to talk to Edgeworth. And I respect that from a story point. I think when you translate that
It's
into
just a
you
shitty
must
mechanic.
play this for enjoyment and get
I would have
through it
preferred there to have been another
translates
way.
horribly.
Like maybe we find Bad's note or journal and or like a post-it note he was going to give to
Yeah.
someone.
We talked
It
about
like
this
falls out of his
extensively.
hole in his pocket.
Something, anything. I think we talked about this
We
at length
did,
at the
and
end of the
I
day.
have comments that I think you guys are forgetting a little bit, so we'll get into that if you're
Go ahead,
finished.
Ori.
All right.
Can't wait.
Whoop.
See, I did it, yeah.
No.
Fastest 2 minutes ever.
All right. Mystery. I really like the mystery. I agree with Dylan. I like how it played out. I like there's a bunch of little things that happen as we kind of go around. Enthuse brings up the key is the knife. I like that little thing. I like that it's kind of like, oh, how did he know about this? All this sort of stuff. We have a lot of players who are lying in this one, so it's really interesting to sort of uncover all of their stuff. It's not my favorite mystery ever, and it does not compare to some of the top ones, but it is good. I will give it a 4. Story-wise, this one frames a lot of stuff. I feel like this one actually gave a lot of meat in it, even disregarding Bad's fucking shit. Like, because I'm gonna be honest, I did not absorb a lot of his fucking shit in the end, because you start tuning him out after a little bit. It's really a pain in the ass.
You really
But
do.
the, Callisto getting away, her being, at this time related to, Cece, who had died, Manny Cochin's here, the Yeti G made Rel supposedly kill Dead Man, all this sort of stuff, and then, oh fuck, Callisto's the Yeti G, but Kay's like, fuck no, my dad's the Yeti G, and it's like, what is this? So I actually really like the story in this one. I really like how it leads up to everything. I think this is a very good use of a flashback in a case. I'm gonna give it a 5. I really like how it sets everything up story-wise.
Dang.
And I really do like how all of that comes together. Villain-wise, while Callisto you hurt my stomach in the sense of, ow, I was laughing so much in order to do this.
Ori got
she
abs
kicked
during
Edgeworth.
that voice recording.
I think she had her moments. The gun part specifically definitely boosts her up from being, maybe a little forgettable. And honestly, her stick with the laughing is a funny one. Like I enjoyed it. I think it was interesting. I think I'm going to agree with Dylan at a 3. She's not particularly crazy yet, but I had a good time with her. Characters, do I like these characters more in this one than the last one? There's no Lang in this one, and there's not a lot of Kay. I don't dislike Bad as a character. Everybody else is fine. We only see a little bit of Manfred overall. Seeing young Franz is fun. Again, Kay's not around a super ton. I'm gonna give the characters a 3. The ones that I cared about a lot were not here as much as I would have wanted them to be. There is this little thing. Young Lang comes in for a minute. All this sort of stuff. And the characters that we interact with the most were not my favorite ones. So I'm gonna give the characters a 3. Mechanics-wise, not only does Bad monologue, I need you all to remember, we don't get any evidence until he's done, and then they flood us with all these connections that Edgeworth makes on his own at that time without us at all. We can literally do nothing because they not only monologue, they gatekeep all of the evidence from us until he shuts up. The only thing that we needed, and the one thing that we discussed right after the case happened, was that if we got a piece of evidence after a section of his fucking monologue, instead of having to wait till the very end, would have been substantially better than having to sit through his entire thing for getting nothing, because it felt like we made no progression after talking to him for what felt like literal hours. I know that his information was important, but the delivery of it made it so I did not absorb half of it. The game then basically was like, you probably didn't absorb half of it, so we need to put the evidence this way so that you actually can progress afterwards because you didn't fucking listen to what was going on. And, they totally could have done it better. There is no reason they needed to fucking murk
Anyone could have
bad
done
in
it
that
better.
way.
It's not just them.
Yeah.
I had, like, there's no... It was fine until that moment. It didn't ruin anything for me, but it was upsetting. 100%. Did not like. All right. I'm gonna tally everything up again.
I think I gave this one the lowest rankings.
I wonder. I feel like this system, which I'm not going to push back against, it's fine. It does allow for bad arcs to score high, and vice versa.
So,
Because the amount of enjoyment, the amount of fun, isn't necessarily tied to any of these categories in particular. For example, I mean, pacing could be one. Like, good writing isn't necessarily part of the story, you know? In terms of, like, funny
Well, that's
dialogue.
just what I talk about, because that's what I notice. I think the advantage here is that each of us notice different things about these 5 categories that we're able to talk about.
To me, the point is to get down
It's
to the
serviceable.
enjoyment of this case. To me, okay, I did it this way specifically because the enjoyment of the case for me is, did I like the mystery? Did the story play into it? Was the villain cool? Were the characters fun? And were the mechanics making my life pain and suffering? To me, that is what made it fun or not.
I need to give a lower score for this arc just because of the bad shit, but I can only give a 1 in the mechanics section.
Like, a 0
have to
is
live with
not
the one,
going to
Yen.
make it, like, so much less or anything, Dylan. Like,
I gotcha.
there's not a way to do what you want.
5 minus 0 is still 5.
Well, if I move it from a 1 to a 0, you're still only 1 lower.
In my mind, I'm like, what if we had another category where it was fun factor? But, like, we don't have to do that. It's fine.
But the point of this
That
is the fun
very
factor.
subjective.
It is.
To me,
yes.
I have always
Yes,
been...
I do, Enthuse. Yes, I do.
I have always been subjective with the fun into all of these categories. That's why I don't find it... to me, it would be redundant.
Ori, I'm sorry. The bell has tolled. Could you keep it
Okay.
moving?
Oh my god. Wow.
Dylan, you can make your very own traditional tier list.
Yeah, you want to put
From
in all this
S
effort,
to
Dylan?
F.
You can write it however you want.
We'd love
Perfect.
to see it. I'm sure there's honestly ones that exist out there. Someone must have made one.
Oh, yeah. I bet Enthuse knows of one.
I bet you Enthuse has a link to one.
Yeah.
That's your cue, Enthuse.
All right. Last case of the first game. Turnabout
Woo!
ablaze.
Haha!
Do we have a category
This
of
is where things
extraterritoriality?
get interesting. Oh,
I
don't
do.
remind me.
In
Don't remind
mechanics.
me.
Oh, shit, it's actually in mechanics.
I do. All right. The mystery. Mask Star Damask 2 is killed in the Alabast Embassy, and Manny Cochin is killed in the Babyliss Embassy. Additionally, the embassy was set on fire, and Kay is framed for, to my understanding, all of these crimes, but that may be incorrect. But these are the mysteries. We're trying to figure out how everybody...
as they prove
Yeah,
down the
she
line.
continuously gets framed, I'm pretty sure is what happens.
Well, if you weren't doing this, you must have been doing this.
Yeah, the whole mystery is like, how did everybody do everything? There's the Yaddy G, like, shadow shows up, so she's framed further. Like, there's a lot of stuff like that. The story is that 10 years ago, Alba created this smuggling ring and eventually began circulating, that should be Zhang Fa counterfeit bills using Codopian, which is the original country that was the combination of Alabast and Babel, ink and paper. The country's economy then began to suffer, so Lang of Zhangfa swore to take down this ring, and that is why he joined Interpol. Ernest Amano was an associate of Manfred von Karma. That's how Edgeworth knew him in the end. And was, of course, head of the Amano Group, became the financier of the smuggling ring. CCU was an Amano Group employee and ended up learning of this smuggling ring and threatened to expose it, so Cochin, under Alba's orders, silenced her by killing her, which then Macrel was framed for. No, I'm sorry. Somebody else was framed for that. Doesn't matter right now. Somebody else. Oh, Deveray was framed for that. No. Deveray was framed for that. Employee learned... so Deveray, which was Lawrence Pop's father from the victim in the third case, took the fall for all of the ring's current crimes and went to jail. Alba then sent Callisto Yu, which is not her real name, to pose as Cece's sister to gain the sympathies of Byrne and Bad, who were specifically tracking the smuggling ring. Then as a trio, they all three became the Yadi G and served justice to corrupt organizations, vigilante style. However, Callisto, again, not her real name, was informing Alba this entire time, making their efforts kind of moot in the end. The villain in this case was Alba.
Hold on,
and...
Mary.
Oh, yes.
Enthuse is saying that Kay is framed for the fire and killing of Cochin, and that Larry is framed for killing Damask.
And Francisca is framed for killing Cochin for like 5 minutes. That's
Yeah,
Lang's
Woodman.
gambit.
Okay, fake, kind of fake.
Okay.
She's fake framed at the end.
It's a fake out to get time.
Okay. The villain is, of course, Quercus Alba, and you, who we learn is Sheena this entire time, actually, which is a wild thing. That was pretty wild. Characters are, of course, Alba, Bad, Larry returns as the Steel Samurai, Old Bag returns as the Pink Princess, and we also get Paleno. The mechanics are extraterritoriality, and by that I specifically mean the fucking consistent re-upping of the case at the very end, where we fucking can't get Alba on anything, and it goes on forever. I love how Dylan thought he was making a joke, but I fucking clocked him. All right.
Well done, Ori. Well done.
She's always clocking me, chat.
Always clocking him. All right.
Clocking and scrangling.
Are you ready?
It's a way of life. I'm ready. I'm
Go
ready.
ahead.
I think this mystery starts off pretty strong. We got a call back to Damask, which is pretty fun. You got Kay running into the fire, like immediately the adrenaline is up there. And I think they do a pretty good job, like keeping the mystery moving. They keep giving you things to discover. I remember there's the part with Larry in the middle where we got to prove like where he was and get him out of that. So that like feels
he was
very
framed at some point.
classic Ace Attorney. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, it's a nice mix of, you got some like classic stuff here and then like some new stuff with this new mystery. And I do enjoy how it all comes together at the end. It did feel like we were having a lot of fun aha moments. I like the set piece of the embassy, going to the different rooms and everything. There's different, like, interesting things to look at. I don't feel like this one was boring. It held my interest, which is good. I will give the mystery a 4 here. As for the story, holy crap, there are so many moving parts.
This is where it all comes together.
True final case fashion, which is good. The fact they've had to write this kind of story so many times and the fact they could still do it, I think is a testament without repeating elements they've already used. So I do find that impressive. I like the idea of the ring. I like CCU, Sheena as the double agent. That's a really fun twist. Story-wise, how it all comes together. Is it a 5 though? I gotta think about that. Maybe I'll return to that. Because as for the villains, Alba and then you and Sheena. Again, I really like you / Sheena as the double agent. I liked her reveal from the quiet, like, oh, I'm just in the background, to the maniacal Sheena. That was fun. That was a great reveal. Alba, I like the progression. I like the progression of how he starts off. Like he's like this. I'm trying to think how to describe it. It's not a gentle
soft
leader.
old guy.
He does start off like this hunched old guy, and you're like, oh, what a
Feeble.
demure gentleman,
Feeble-minded.
feeble. Thank you, that's the word I'm looking for. And then like as the boss music kicks in, he just gets more and more powerful as it goes on. I like the progression. Like he actually starts to morph into a threat, which I kind of feel like Ace Attorney doesn't do that much. Like when the threat comes, Mad on Guard was a different case, but like, gotta be honest, I kind of clocked him instantly. I think Alba did that, but better. I'll give the villains a 5. I did enjoy them. Characters. So we got Alba, who I did like. Bad again, at least he's not gatekeeping us this time. Larry's being his incel self, which is just him at this point.
His
Old
incel.
bag. And Paleno. I know, I don't remember what that man looked like.
Man, he was very long blonde. He was constantly washing his hands, we joked. He was constantly wringing his hands.
Oh, yes. Okay. It's a solid cast of characters. I think I'm gonna give those a 3, just because there's not a ton of new ones, and I gotta be honest, I did not remember Paleno all that much. Extraterritoriality! Oh boy! Remember when I said I don't like when Ace Attorney feels like they're just dragging it out for no goddamn reason? Prime example of that. Holy crap! I think I even said this on stream. It feels like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure boss, where it's like, he's right there! You know how to take him down! Just give up already! It was driving me crazy. I feel like if they did it maybe 1 time, 2 times, would have been fine. I did not need 5 phases of this. It was a little exhausting. Was it worse than Bad's gatekeeping, though?
Penguin.
Was it worse than Bad's gatekeeping, though? Because I gave that a 1.
Mm-hmm.
I think extraterritoriality gets a 1, too.
All right.
I think I hate it just as much as Bad's gatekeeping. It was
Dang.
not fun. Oh, and I gotta give my ranking for the story.
Yes.
I'm gonna give the story a 5. I do
All
like
right.
how everything comes together. I like the reveals. I like being able to see how it all played out and get that backstory. It was a fun time.
All right, Dylan.
All right, there's some hot takes here, chat. So prepare
ready.
yourself.
Dylan's the problematic one. His takes are always hot.
I am the problematic one.
That he is.
Well, that I am. All right. Let's start off with probably the biggest hot take of my entire rating system here. Yes, it did drag on too long. But for extraterritoriality, I'm gonna say it, chat. It was kind of funny. It really was.
Go, Colin.
It kept going on, and like we're all like, "Oh my god!" And I'm saying, "Oh my god" with a smile. Like looking back
We're
fondly.
sleep talking the epilogue by the end of this.
At the end of it, yeah, sure, it was like, okay, I'm spent. But looking back, I think it was fucking hilarious. I'm not saying it's like, I'm not saying it's
But how
necessarily.
did you feel
Hold
in
on.
the moment while playing?
Mars, I gotta say, it's not like it's peak Ace Attorney, like the extraterritoriality part itself. But I like it. It is funny. I hope they never do it again. The game, exactly enthused. The game was just goofing at that point. It's a 4. It's better than an average Google, if you will.
Wow.
It was really funny, especially in retrospect, and especially that it's over. But it was funny, and the memes are so good about it.
See, I agree with Penguin on this one. I think Penguin put
giving
it
it
in
a 4.
perfect words.
All right, you give it a 4.
Characters. Paleno is the only part that's kind of meh.
Really?
'Cause, I mean, he's whatever. He's fine. He is like a 3. He's
Okay.
like not bad, but
Mhm.
he's not really much. He's kind of like that flight attendant whose name I also forget.
Rhoda.
with the Rubik's cube in her hair. For
Yeah,
that's
characters, I'm
Rhoda.
gonna give it a 4. I like every single character's performance there. I'm so glad we didn't have to talk to Lada.
Yeah,
the fact that we
missed
actually got
her.
to skip
we
her.
actually skipped
Really,
her.
it really does.
We managed
it
that
really
one.
fucking works.
Thank God.
So, characters yet for villain. I really liked the Alba and the U conspiracies that were going on, and we're gonna build up to it in my breakdown of the mystery and the story aspect. But no, straight up, I really enjoyed Alba as a character, and the fact that U is Sheena, and they have like, what's the term? An overarching reason and conspiracy. It works well. It's good. My only question is like, if this is a 4.5, do I round up or down?
Your choice. Hurry up.
I know.
Gotta decide.
Come on. Your
It's
time's
hard
up.
to say. I did enjoy it. Oh, stop it. We didn't interrupt Mars at 2 minutes after her
I'm
fucking
telling
thing.
you, because you're trying to sit here deciding. That's the problem. Come
Yeah,
on.
let me decide a little bit longer.
And I've been
because Ori
giving
keeps
y'all
interrupting.
3 minutes. Come on. And I pause it when
Alright.
he
Ori's been
interrupts.
generous
Actually,
tonight. Chill.
come on.
Please, Ori.
It's already
Uh,
5:30.
I'm gonna give it a 4 for villain. It's a close one. It was almost a 5. I did enjoy them. Alba himself is great. So as for the story and the mystery part of things, I mean, Alba had the fucking fake Yeti G note, like the fake calling card he sent to
They
like throw
were
people off the
exactly
trail.
the opposite. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
His was black with
And,
white. Theirs was white with
he
black.
was using his own killer. I think he actually used Callisto to do it. To kill a secret agent that I believe Paleno had hired to switch the statues, because he like found out and like had one of the people killed, or maybe that was Manny Cochin who he killed. Whatever. The point is, yeah, Manny Cochin.
Coaching. Yeah.
There was high levels of political games back and forth between the two different
was.
sides that I did enjoy. It was fun. So we're gonna say that that's part of the story. I'm gonna give the story a. Yeah. There's a lot of moving parts, but I mean, I'm gonna give the story a 4. And for the mystery, I enjoyed the part. Again, it's hard to separate mystery and story, but I enjoyed the part where it's like the well, and then the lights and the spotlights where it looks kind of like a person. Those were all really fun, and they were all also orchestrated by the villain. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna give that a 4 as well.
All right. My go. Trying
It's
to
like
make
4s across the board for this one.
You did, yeah. It
That's
was
pretty
a
good.
Straight 4. All right. I'm gonna follow Dylan's lead, and I'm gonna go backwards. Extraterritoriality, I did not like. I did not find haha funny in retrospect, but it is not nearly pissing me off nearly as bad as Bad's fucking exposition dump thing. I didn't like it. To me, it really pisses me off at a certain point where it's like, we have all the pieces, and I hate that we just can't get them. It kind of like is like, ugh, not a fun time for me. I'm gonna give that a 2. I did not like extraterritorial rights. Characters-wise, Alba was fun, because we did kind of write him off for a long time because of his whole deal. I did like that. I like Paleno. I don't know why everybody didn't like him. Maybe it's because I played him. I had fun
It's not
playing
that I didn't
Paleno.
like him. I just don't remember
We thought
him.
he was kind of skeevy originally, and we thought it was going to be
bland.
him, but
was bland.
not... Huh?
He was bland.
All right, you guys say so. I liked Paleno. I'm giving them a 4. Characters a 4. Villains, yeah, Alba and you/Sheena. The Sheena reveal was top tier. That was really cool. I feel like these two villains definitely did sort of the quote-unquote twist villain the best, in the sense of where it was like, oh, I definitely didn't expect this in the moment, but kind of looking back, you're like, eh, you know, it was good. Did enjoy. I'll give villains a 4 as well. They're not my favorite villains. I've definitely had better villains, but I do like them. Story-wise, I will say, they definitely make everything come to a head, and you learn a lot of that through the evidence. Like, we learn about the ink in the evidence. We learn about, like, the smuggling stuff because of Manny Cochin's death with the safe and everything in the thing. You know, we do learn a lot. I like how we get immediately that Yu comes back around as Sheena. You know, that is fun. And, of course, we get to solve the Yati G bit all at the same time. And, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I did enjoy it. Not like top tier. I'm gonna give it a 4 as well. Mystery wise, I love all the hidden shit, all the hidden rooms, all the hidden doors, all the hidden like functions, all the stuff that was like, this was once one building, but now we kind of fake split it into two was a really fun way to like, and it's like, oh, we're doing the two mysteries at once thing kind of thing with the two deaths, and then of course with the political mind games in the middle as well. I really like that. I had a good time. I'm gonna give the mystery a 5. I enjoyed the mystery a good amount. All right, that is my take. Just in time. So
You just
we are
made
now
it.
moving on to the second game. And the second game, we have the first case, the tutorial case, Turnabout Trigger, where we have Zhangfa President Dijun Wang is shot while giving a speech in Japanifornia. While the president escapes death, his hired guard Bastion Rook dies from a bullet wound in the main area of his Air Force One. That's what his plane is. It also, the mystery turns out that that original assassination was all a farce, all a setup. So the story is Bronco Knight, the other bodyguard, had hatched a plan to boost the president's rating with this fake assassination, even roped Tabby into it, but Rook was against it. We learned that before the speech happened on this day, the killer is actually back and attempted to assassinate Wang. Injured Knight in the process, but was thwarted by Rook in the end. Knight became very jealous and decided to kill Rook in the face assassination. He also tried to frame Tabby. Wang turns out to not be exactly the president everyone he thinks he is. While he's this strong, very muscular guy, we learn very quickly that he's cowardly and he's a fat, chubby, jowled old man.
Foreshadowing.
But we don't know that at the time. Whoop. Bronco Knight is the villain. The characters are, of course, Bronco, the Killer, Tabby, and Wang. Rook doesn't really have any talking lines. The mechanics, we get Mind Chess. Mind Chess begins. Hello, Jim. Hello, Bass. And I don't know if I said hello, Penguin.
Yes?
But, all right, Mars, are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna get this out of the way. Proving that it was a laser from a gun on his forehead was really stupid.
Yep, it was.
That was really
stupid.
dumb.
It was
But
really
aside
terrible.
from that, I really enjoyed the mystery here. I really liked going through the different set pieces. I liked putting it all together. Aside from that one part, I enjoyed finding the moose toy in the plane. Honestly, everything they put
The cow.
in this first
Bull.
case, like,
A moose?
oh, shut up. Shut up, shut up. You know what I meant, and you figured it out, therefore it's okay.
Towasaurus?
Now,
was all.
the foreshadowing that they set up in this case was honestly so good. And putting that out there now, I think this game connected its cases better than the first Investigations game did. I'm gonna give the mystery, because this feels like what a tutorial case should feel like. Like,
Except
it
the
didn't
laser.
feel too hand-holdy except for that one part. I'm going to give it, I'll give it a 4. I
All
did
right.
really enjoy it. So the story. Again, that ties very much to the mystery because, again, you got these
This
really
one is
good
tough, yeah.
set pieces. It's tough. It's really hard to separate the story from the mystery because they're just so integral
Sometimes
to
it's
each other.
easier. This one is particularly enmeshed.
But I do feel like immediately starting off with like an assassination plot is kind of like, whoa, we've never done this before. Like, holy crap, the stakes are like up there. Now we're talking about taking out the leader of a country. Like, Ace Attorney hasn't gone that route before. And I kind of like that they did, because Edgeworth is getting pulled into something like bigger than he could ever really fathom at this point. I found it really exciting. I'm going to give the story a 5. It's a really good setup. It's got some really good foreshadowing in it. Yeah, that's a 5. I don't even need to think about that one. Bronco Knight as the villain. The motivation for jealousy.
Yeah.
We've seen it before. I feel like it's very standard. I think what does set him apart, he does have a very memorable design, especially with the voiceover he gave him for sure. I will not forget this man anytime soon. And
Cute or
we don't know it at this point. I'm trying to think of him as just the villain, because all that
Yes.
later stuff comes later. But
Exactly.
it does change him in hindsight.
I'm talking about him as a
I think
villain
he's-
here.
I think he's serviceable. I'm going to give him a 3. I think
All
he's
right.
serviceable. As for the characters themselves, I liked seeing the killer come back. He's goofy as shit as an ice cream vendor, but it kind of works and I'm here for it. The animations on that, very fun, not too lengthy. It was great. Tabby, I did like in this case. Meeting her was great. I thought the introduction was very fun. She had similar vibes to Lada, but it was different enough that it didn't feel like a copy paste to the same character. So I appreciate that. And then Wang, the reveal of the Cowardly Lion at the end, just it feels very classic Ace Attorney. I'm gonna give characters a 4.
All right.
Mind chess for the mechanic. I do like. It is satisfying to take down the opponent's chess piece. The time limit is meaningless. So but I do like mind chess. I think they had the right idea. I think they had the right idea with mind chess. They just had to tweak it to make it feel like there were some more stakes to it. That's my only issue with it. Is like fun mechanic, perfect for Edgeworth, no stakes whatsoever. So maybe that's I don't want to give it a 3. That feels mean. I'll give it a 4.
All right, Dylan, right into you.
Yep. For mechanics, I like to start at the bottom.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna give Mind Chess a 5, and the reason why, it's got all the same good elements. I believe it still has deduction, and the logic
It still has everything
But
of the
mind
same
chess-
thing, just
Yeah, exactly. The Mind Chess part is kind of their way of making normal dialogue with people feel like it's got higher stakes, and it does do that. It does give you a pressure, even if it's not like a, oh god, like you have a realistic chance of like fucking dying. You do feel more tense than a normal like press, a normal like
Yes.
confront, and that means that it's a success. It's a good mechanic. Mechanic 5, I would give it a 6 if it would let me.
oh my god.
Characters, I mean, listen, Tabby at this part, she is an objectively better Lada in every way. Cooler design, nowhere near as annoying. Still kind of goofy though. I like her. Wang, Bronco, they are both pretty good. I wouldn't say that they're like classics, they're all stars, but they're good. And To Kill Her as the ice cream merchant, I like. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay.
For Bronco Knight as the villain, this might seem a little bit weird compared to what I'm about to do with the story rating. As a villain, he was okay. He was fine. I'm gonna give it a 3.
All right.
I do think him being the villain ultimately was satisfying. I don't think him, especially the way he's written, is anything special. Not much more to say in the villain aspect there. But for the story, I think it was really good. This is one of the cases where it's like, this is the intro, this is the beginning, this is the tutorial, this is a real case, and it's a good case too. So it deserves bonus points, especially for that. I do like the story. I like how To Kill Her at one point tries to kill the president for no reason in particular. That seems particularly based. That being
He
said,
was hired to do so. That was it.
I
That's
know.
all we
I
knew.
know. I'm just saying the reason why it's based is no reason in particular.
I see.
But it was a good one. I don't. I think it deserves a 5. I do.
All right.
That one feels like it's a hot take. Maybe it's widely believed, but it's great. It really is. There's no part of the story that I was like, yeah, I would have wanted it different. No, I don't. It's good. For the mystery itself, yes, the little sniper bead is a little annoying with the laser sight, but it's not really enough for me to even think about it when we're thinking about the case. It was just like a minor hiccup, I would say.
Yeah, I feel it.
A little blip on the forehead, if you will.
There you go.
I like it. I'm gonna give it a 4 for mystery.
All right. Okay, so we got. See, I'm gonna have to, move away from you guys with mind chess. I don't like mind chess that much, and the reason for it is that to me, it feels like half of it is just a guessing, in the sense of like you have to. Obviously, there are certain wrong answers, but like half the time it's like, oh, you need to guess which one you need to ask first, and if you guess the wrong one, you have to go back and just ask the other ones. Like I don't know how you would really.
Well, you gotta deploy
that
a clue.
In a lot of ways. Yeah, but I don't know which one has the clue and which one needs the clue. Like, there's no indication of that. There's no way for me to know. So I have to pick one and then be like, oh shit, this one needed a clue. Let me go get that clue. Or like, oh, I'm lucky that this one had the clue. So, like, I don't hate it. it is a nice way to spruce up like classic the back and forth that we normally have with the pressing, like Dylan said, but it's not like my favorite thing. I'm giving Mind Chess a 3. It's just kind of
Guys, this is proof that I'm
Wow.
correct, where it puts pressure on the player, or he hates pressure. So
no.
she's rating it
The
lower.
pressure was not the problem. The pressure is that I have no way of being good at it. I just have to be fast. It's really not a way to like. There's no skill, in my opinion.
Oh, I totally disagree.
All right, moving up, characters. I'm gonna be controversial here too. I found the characters pretty middling. I'm not a biggest fan of the killer, and him being the ice cream merchant is not like particularly, doing anything for me. Tabby's again, she's Lotta, but actually a good character. But like she's, it's not like oh yeah, let's have Tabby here. Wang, never needed him to come back, and Bronco again. It's kind of mid. Not a fan. Characters I'm giving a 3. Villain? Bronco's whole deal was interesting. I will give him that. Where it was kind of like, oh, he's the one who invented this fake assassination plot, and then he sort of used it in the end to kill Rook. That was pretty interesting. I'll give him a 4 for that, because that was the thing he had to think about, and he did sort of put a lot of stuff into motion. So I'll give Bronco a 4 for being a villain. Story-wise, I will agree that this is an interesting one. Like, we bring a lot of people into the fold very fast, in a good way, in an enjoyable way. But again, to me, it is still just kind of a setup case. I'm gonna give it a 3. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm giving it a 3. It's
Wow.
only okay. I don't find it particularly motivating yet. It's a fine. It's not bad, but I'm not like, ooh, yeah, this is a case I really had a good, like, it was fine. It was enjoyable. I feel like I had more fun with the graphics when we played it. So
This was a real
Damn.
case. It wasn't a setup case. Take that back.
case. It was a
that
fine
back.
case. It was a fine case. And
All
I'm
right,
gonna
for
say,
mystery.
with the
we're
mystery,
all entitled to
I
our
did
opinions.
like the mystery, and having to do the fake thing, I will give the mystery a 4. Having to discover the fake plot and all of that was a fun time. So mystery's a 4. We're continuing down the line to the captive turnabout. We have the recently arrested Bronco Knight is found dead, not in his holding cell, but deep within the maximum security prison. And we do technically see a big black dog leave him. We see that, but obviously nobody else saw that. The story is that Fifi Lagarde was actually blackmailed by the notorious assassin Canis into allowing him special treatment via smuggling contraband into the prison via a well in the yard. After grilling Knight and finding that he was in correspondence with Canis, she snapped, believing that Knight was one of Canis's henchmen there to kill her. She then killed him and used the well trick to frame Canis. The villain is Lagarde. The characters, we see Regina again. We meet Simeon for the first time. We obviously have Lagarde. Saw It comes back. Carcerado is here. We have Canis with Helmut. We meet Eustace, Verity, Eddie, and we get Missile. Mechanics Missile? Question mark? As we do have that little time with Missile. All right. Mars, go.
Gosh, every single one of these cases was like hit the ground running. Because as soon as you got your guy arrested after the last case, boom, he shows up dead. Honestly, for me, that is immediate intrigue. What the fuck happened? I really enjoyed getting to see the cell in this universe and seeing the animal rehabilitation program they have. I don't know. That was just a fun detail to include. It's kind of interesting to see, like, where do all these people that you arrested, Ace Attorney, go? Now we have our answer. So I thought that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
But I did really like the mystery. I liked discovering the gloves. I liked the seg piece when you go through the tunnel. I liked how the circus made its way into it, and eventually you find the chisel in the alligator. I mean, clearly this one stuck with me because I'm able to recall so much detail about
Well,
it.
it was also more recent. Like, do admit.
It was. Yeah,
It was
but also in hindsight,
year,
like,
right?
it was
Yeah.
a couple months ago as well. So you got to be honest, my memory's not that good. If I remember that far back, that's impressive. So I'm gonna give the mystery a 5. I really enjoyed this one.
Okay.
I felt like there was constant intrigue. I felt like there were good answers that were given to us. I'll give it a 5.
Mm-hmm.
The story with Phoebe Lagarde. Again, I have to
Okay,
remember
so-
to separate this from the future cases where we get more information.
You can acknowledge
really
the
do-
setup. You can acknowledge the setup, of course.
The setup is good. I just feel like in hindsight, once you get the later
can admit
information,
that.
it like retroactively makes the other cases stronger. And I think that's what a good mystery
Yeah.
does. So like, I'm sorry, I do like this game. I think the storytelling is done very well. Having Lagarde be the one pulling the strings in this one, I think really adds to that whole corruption angle that the story is going for. It enhances Edgeworth's sides of the story because he's been part of that corruption. Manfred von Karma was part of that corruption. So I think like tying it all in that way, that was really interesting to see. Having Knight just be like the casualty of her paranoia was also an interesting motivation. I guess that goes into villain. Story, I'll give a 4. Going into villain, Lagarde is interesting. Again, having that paranoia and fear of Canis being her motivation, I think is different. I enjoyed seeing that. I do think she's more than average, so I'll give her a 4 as well. And then as for the characters, it was fun to see some old faces come back, like seeing Regina. Saw it, yeah, he's there. But Eustace, he's just the right amount of brat. You do love to hate him. He's irritating. Verity, she has presence. Love it. Carcerado, could take him or leave him. I honestly thought he was going to play a bigger role, and he honestly didn't. I feel like Canis definitely steals the show here. It's definitely Canis and Lagarde that take the cake for the characters. Canis and Helmet are a lot of fun, though. Is that enough for a 5?
Your choice, but
I don't-
speed it up. Come on.
Eustace, Canis. All right, we're going with a 5.
All right. Quick.
And then
mechanics.
mechanics for Missile. He's a doggo, and he always adds some fun to a scene. I'll give him a 4.
All right. Dylan.
I can't not give the doggo a high rating. Come on.
Okay. For this one, recently. Okay, let's start at the top this time. Not as much interesting stuff for mechanics. We love you, Missile. Sorry, boy.
How dare.
Bronco being found dead in his cell,
I'm sorry, what was the mechanics number?
but dead, but not in his
He
cell.
didn't give a
I
mechanics
didn't
number.
give the mechanic rating
Oh.
yet. So the mystery one on this one,
Oh, he's going
again,
right
separating it from story feels like it's a little bit arbitrary. So, hide your pitchforks. I don't think the mystery aspect was as strong for me here. Well, it's certainly, I feel like this one was much more of a setup case, the last case at Ori. But no, it was totally fine. When we were actually playing it, I wasn't particularly captivated on the specifics of where
We
he was
didn't
found.
play
as
it
to-
enthused, so it doesn't matter to us. Didn't we not get to do the metal detector at all? Because he went straight to missile.
No, we did the metal detector. That's how we found the chisel
Yeah,
in the alligator's mouth.
Oh, okay. So add the metal detector in. Mars, does that change your thing?
Nah, that's still a 4.
All right, Dylan, continue.
Yeah. So, for the mystery part, I think it was serviceable. It was fine. I'm gonna give it a 3. The part that kind of took me out of it a little bit was the fucking the bear in the video
Yeah,
crawling up the guy where it was like a shadow. Like I was like, all right, come on, guys.
The white
Come on.
dog. Yeah, the white blob. All that.
Hmm.
And that's
Yeah,
a mechanic.
so-
That video player thing, that's a mechanic too. You're right.
That is. All right.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Then in the story aspect, I do like the blackmailing aspect. I do really enjoy Canis behind the scenes here as well. And it's kind of funny how it's I don't want to say a bait and switch, but like it subverts your expectations because everyone expects Canis to be much more involved with the actual killing.
100%.
And that's good. That is something that's pretty satisfying. Especially when we later on learn more about Lagarde and her character, but in this one, I do like it. I'm going to give it a 4.
All right.
Yeah, the overall reason why she killed Bronco, it's fine. It doesn't deserve a 5. Lagarde as a villain. I overall did like her. I'm not gonna say she's the best. I think I like her more than people like CCU when they're not Sheena yet. So in general, I'm gonna give her a 4.
Okay.
Better than average. I do like the way that she was kind of putting her finger on the investigation and we had to get her permission to access areas. It felt like she was trying to obfuscate, but in a way that was somewhat believable. So I like that. Gant vibes. Characters. We have a couple of duds. Carcerado is fucking...
Yeah, I hate Carcerado.
He's just fucking burnt toast as a character. It's like, all right.
He's just kind of nothing character.
I feel like we didn't need him.
At this time, Simeon also feels like that, even though later on we know that's not exactly the whole perspective. But I really enjoyed...
He's the accused.
I really enjoyed seeing Sawin again in jail. That was fun. Seeing Canis and Helmet together and their antics simultaneous, wonderful. I love them. They're definitely like top 10 characters. They're great. Eustace, especially with Faraday, but in general, awesome. Eddie as well, good addition. Missile reprises his role. Characters, I'm going to give it a 5.
All right.
Don't at me. For mechanics, if we're including the video, which was the part it's the part I didn't really like just in general. It felt like it was kind of another way to have us be like, oh, this is the laser. We kind of know what's going on, but we can't get there yet. I feel like it's made for that. So I'm going to give it a 4. We have all the fun elements. I don't think that the video, especially the way it was implemented, was the most satisfying.
Alrighty.
I don't count Missile as a mechanic, but he is funny.
Or the metal detector?
The metal detector, I mean, I like that it was the way... I like the resolution of it being in the alligator. I don't know if I would really consider
I
it
don't feel like the
one of
metal
mechanics.
detector was needed to reveal that. And that's why I think Missile was needed, because the whole thing was that that Helmut smelled... So I'm going into mine. Helmut smelled the scent, and that was the whole thing there. And so Missile then also smelling the scent was very cool, because dog and dog. I did like that. So I
Dog understands dog.
Continue, and I'll put... The video, to me, definitely... Honestly, I think I like the moving video we get in Rise from the Ashes more, so I'm gonna give mechanics a 4. Characters, okay. Lagarde was fun. I agree, Regina and Simeon were just kind of set pieces in this one. I did not like Carcerado at all. I really wished he was anybody else, if I'm being completely honest. Canis was so fun that I wanted him to come back, and he did, but that's unrelated here. Obviously, Eustace Verity, fantastic. I do enjoy Eddie. Is it a 5-star cast? Is it a 5-star cast? Nah, I'm gonna say it a 4. We're setting a 4. It's not my favorite. There's definitely characters and things I like more. Villain as Lagarde. I agree. I like the circumvention. I think that is a little more story than villain, or even mystery. I would put that in mystery. Lagarde as a villain. Yeah, I liked her role as kind of being able to pull the strings as the, warden and everything. And I'm a little sad we didn't get to be in her office. I really was waiting for that to happen, to go into her office. But we did start clocking her later. I liked her as a villain. I'll give her a 4. She's not my favorite. There's definitely betters, but I'll give her a 4. Story-wise, it was fun how this tied directly into the last case. I feel like that's what this whole entire game does better than the first game, is that the timeline is consistent. It's easy to follow.
That really
because
makes
the first
such a
case jumps
difference.
around, it makes it kind of wonk with that personally. So story-wise, it was fun. It was interesting as to, in a way where it was like, poor Bronco didn't fucking mean to be perceived this way, and obviously later we find out it was Simeon, but besides that, he was just playing chess with a guy. He didn't even fucking know who it was, and he got fucking murked over it. So, like, story-wise,
literally,
yeah, I'm happy with a 4 on that one.
Poor dude.
Mystery, I liked the circumvention, but there's a lot of pieces I didn't like as well. The well was fun too. I'm gonna give it a 4. It's not a 5. It's not a stellar response, but I overall had a good time. Moving on. Turnabout Legacy. Mars, I need you to either talk faster or talk less. We need to keep this moving.
All right,
You're constantly
all right.
over time. All right.
I'm sorry. Jesus.
Moving down.
I gotta explain myself.
Explain faster.
Ah,
The mystery is that Artie Frost was killed in the final judging of a confectionery competition hosted by Samson, and Samson is framed and convicted of it. 19 years later, Gusto is poisoned in the same place, and Frost's body reappears. We know Gusto did it in the end, all that sort of stuff. The story part is that it's the last case that Gregory investigated. His call out of Manfred von Karma's forgeries in this case directly lead to Manfred killing Gregory in the DL6 incident. Additionally, Gusto and Frost each had a son, both who went missing 19 years ago and still aren't known of today. The villain is Carmelo Gusto. The characters are Bad Returns, Manfred von Karma, Larry, Samson, Judy, Scone, Gusto, Gregory, and young paper-eating Eddie. The mechanics, I would say, is we play as Gregory, which is a little different. I think this one also technically does utilize a lot more of the 3D moving of the evidence than a lot of the other cases do. And that's really all that is. Mars, go.
All right. So for the mystery, I honestly really like this one. Ace Attorney always has a case where it's like, oh, we gotta solve something that happened all these years ago, but we actually get to be in the shoes of the person who solved this thing or tried to solve it all those years ago. That was a lot of fun. I like putting the pieces together across the timeline. It feels like a lot of stuff was coming together. Lots of fun aha moments, of course. Those are the ones I live for, because that feels like if I have the aha moments, I'm having a fun time. It's a good time. I'll give mystery. I'll give it a 5. It was intriguing. It had a good set piece. I liked connecting the rooms from the past to the rooms in the future. That was really fun. Yeah, we'll go with a 5 for that. Story. Oh, the last case Gregory investigated. Immediately, it's going to hit in the feels. Like, immediately from that alone, you know this case is going to hit. And seeing where it all started, what basically incited the events of the series. And they do a good job of explaining it, too. You see how everything came to be. I don't think there was anything that contradicted what was said in different games. They made it pretty tight, and they were able to set up something for a later case. I'll give story a 5 as well. That's pulling off a lot of different tricks simultaneously. I respect the hustle. Gusto. See, he's interesting as a villain. He's interesting because I remember him as a character, yet not so much as a villain, if that makes sense. Like, I remember his shtick with the sugar. He was the one who wasn't able to taste, right? His son was coming on the way.
He couldn't
to taste his food.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, it motivation wise, it did all make sense. I'm gonna give him a 4. I don't think he was amazing. I feel like there are better villains out there, but he was memorable. And the fact that he did get the wrong person convicted, like the other person did get arrested and he got away with it for so long, you know? Not many people get to pull that off in the Ace Attorney series. He'll get a 4 for that. Okay. Lots of fun characters in this one. I like this version of Bad because he wasn't being a gatekeeping bitch. Yay! We finally got classic Bad. No, it was great to have him on our side. Manfred makes a return. That was super fun. Larry is Larry. He exists. Samson and Judy, very cute, very sweet found family. I like them. 5 then. Okay. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to wrap it up. There's just so much to say. And then, of course, Gregory, instant 5. Young Eddie, also, I like their dynamic. They have a really good mentor-student relationship. Yeah, it's a 5 for the characters. Playing as Gregory, I mean, of course, that's a win. The time travel back and forth. Honestly, it could have gone worse. I think it would have been really easy for the player to lose track of what they were doing in the other timeline when they kept, like, going back and forth. But I think we did okay for the most part. I don't think we ever got too lost or too confused or forgot what was happening in one storyline versus the other. I'll give mechanics a 4.
All right, Dylan.
Yeah, I would say that for mechanics, they really kind of nailed jumping between the two stories seamlessly. It's great that Eddie, who was there for both, was how we did that. I could definitely see a game just having us go back to relive what our dad was thinking and just, like, I don't know, have it pop in as, like, a story your dad told you at one point or some shit. No, this was good. Mechanics 5, I'd give it a 6, but Ori hates me. Characters, bad was actually not bad, which is funny. We love Manfred von Karma. This is another one of my hot takes. I apologize. Larry, he's fine. I don't like
The
Samson
photos were great.
Tangaroa at all. I really dislike him as a character.
He was mid.
He's so much less cool than I feel like characters treat him. He's kind of bland. Judy, I like Judy. She's great. Delicious Scone.
It's why his relationship with Judy saves
Delicia
him.
is funny objectively. Well, fine. I'm gonna give the characters a 4. I think
All
overall
right.
it's a pretty good cast. For the villain Gusto, he did a lot of schmoovin' in the background, and he does look kind of villainous. But also, I liked his motivations. He was a 4. Not the very best, but he's a really solid guy. The story. I don't remember, and Chet, you'll have to tell me, or I guess Ori.
Mm-hmm.
Do we find out the full background of Gusto and his taste problems
Yes.
during
And-
this
yes.
double arc?
Yes.
Okay.
And his son
Then
was
for the
tasting
story-
for
Sets it up
him,
for
but his
later.
son
I know
didn't
that's
show up.
the motivation for why Frost was working with Gusto, and then ultimately it led to their betrayal, but like that was the impetus for their team up in the first place. I
Yes.
like that a lot. It was cool. Pun intended, because this
Haha.
guy's name is
Uh-huh,
Frost.
uh-huh.
But for story, I'm going to give it a 4.
Okay.
Frost is killed. He definitely just kind of blamed it on Sanson because he felt like it was the easiest
He had
way
the
to get
key.
away with
Yeah.
that.
There's a lot of stuff with who was trying to
Literally.
get that book, though.
No, because Frost is the guy who caught him in the act of finding the book and tried to take a picture of the shit. And then that's why he killed Frost, like, in the room he killed Frost in.
I
It
was
wasn't
pretty sure he
Samson
just
who
killed
had-
Frost because he didn't do the thing he wanted him to do.
I mean, that was also why, but this is the reason why he killed him where he did kill him.
Okay.
Because
In that
Frost
room.
walked in on him
Mhm.
trying to photograph the book.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't intend to frame Sanson. All right, mystery, I'm gonna give it 3.
Okay.
I know it goes kind of hand in hand with the story, but I liked if we're going in the past and like seeing all this shit that Gusto did then and also some shit now to like obfuscate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna follow that more under story. I feel
Ah.
like the mystery aspect
There
and
you go,
Samson
Bess.
getting framed, it's whatever.
Okay. Frost discovers Gusto has the taser, attacks him, and Gusto kills in self-defense. I see. So, yeah, not really played out. Mystery-wise, honestly, I may be a little hot takey here. I was confused for the first half of this case. It was horrifically confusing. Dylan's like, oh, we jump back and forth seamlessly. Mars is like, we jump. I remember playing this game, and there was so long before I had any fucking idea what was going on. The rooms changed. They all had fucking stupid
Rooms
different
changed
names.
on purpose, though.
And yeah, but it was so confusing in a way that was not meant to be the part that was like the mystery solving. Overall, the mystery is not what does it for me in this case. It's a 2. I could not. I remember
Ooh.
being very like, I don't know what's going on for a
Ori, have you
significant portion
tried
of the beginning of the game.
Having someone else control the character for this case.
Oh, no, I haven't. Story, though. The story is great. I think this was a beautiful, seamless way to give more into, of course, what happened in DL6. I liked seeing Von Karma be, like, outright, evil and forging stuff with, like, the missing body and all this. I liked getting to know what Gregory called Von Karma out for. That was enough to have Von Karma kill over. It didn't feel as petty as it kind of felt originally. Originally, it felt like Von Karma was like, I have hubris and how dare you mark my thing. And then it was like, oh no, I like really went into the shit here. So that was really fun. Yeah, thank you, Nicole. I'm glad. Story, 5 out of 5. I really enjoyed the story of this case. Gusto was fine. Again, he kills in self-defense, but he does get very evil at the end in how to, like, cover it up and do all this shit. And he was a bitch of a father. Like, horrific, terrible dad. Villain-wise,
that makes him a pretty good villain, though.
yeah. And he, like, manipulated that specifically. I'm gonna give him a 4. Again, I can't give him, he's not up there with my greats, but he was a good time. Bad was, of course, better. Manfred's always a hoot. Hate Larry all the time. Samson was bland. Judy was cute. Scone was funny. Gusto. Gregory was great, and young Eddie, to me, stole the show. 4 out of 5. Mechanics, like I said, I like the idea of the time travel. I felt like the first part of the time travel didn't do was just storytelling, and that made me kind of confused. I'm gonna put the mechanics as only a 4. I didn't think they were very immaculate, but they didn't ruin it for me. Going down the line. Turnabout.
Interesting takes.
Forsaken. Yeah, I'm having the hot takes now. All right. The mystery. Kay shows up with Nurse Needler to the prosecutor's office, specifically Edgeworth. She has many injuries, including one that has led to complete amnesia. Later, Rosie Ringer is found dead in the committee's chambers, holding Kay's journal and a letter addressed from Kay. Thus, people think Kay did it. The story is Excelsius blackmailed Needler with info of Hilda's previous forging of Artie Frost's autopsy report for Manfred von Karma, which Hilda is Needler's grandmother. Needler then aided Excelsius's murder of Rosie during his hosting of the secret underground auction of past case evidence. He had knowledge of Rosie entering the auction solely with the intent to get revenge on himself. Winner. Kay's kidnapper at this point remained unknown. We never found out who it was or what they were doing. In addition, there is this underlying thing of Edgeworth giving up his badge for Kay and all this sort of stuff with that. But to me, I always found that kind of a B plot. The villain-wise is, of course, Excelsius. The characters are Excelsius, Lotta, Needler, Hilda, which is Grandma, and Emma makes a return here. Mechanics, there was nothing new or different to my recollection at all. So,
amnesia is what Jeff's
apparently
saying, which is funny.
amnesia was a
Amnesia?
Because
mechanic.
you can't remember
You're right.
it.
Haha. And also, technically, we couldn't ask Kay, the person who was there. So, you could put amnesia if you want. Mars, go.
Okay. The mystery, again, they just make another one that hits the ground running. Kay has amnesia. She's been pushed off a building. What the fuck? Oh my god. I don't know.
no
The
little
hooks
thief.
for the cases in this game really worked for me. Really worked for me. Gotta be honest. Finding Rosie Ringer dead and then having that link back to Kay. Now we gotta prove that that wasn't the case. Very solid get your weird girl out of trouble case, but now with the added addition of our weird girl can't help us anymore, which I think adds another layer to the mystery. I'm trying to remember. I think we were trapped in that auction room with Lotta for quite a long period of time, just like putting the mystery together there. So Lotta does drag that down a little bit, but I'm trying to remember. Did Lotta withhold information?
Yeah, she was a bitch
from
this
us?
time. She was a bitch like every other time.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
think
this
I'll
is the
give
case where I
mystery-
coined lie witness.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think I'll give the mystery a 4. I did enjoy solving it. It's interesting because I do think it ties into the story, which is the big part of Kay's kidnapper remains unknown. I think just given the expectations of Ace Attorney, we all expect like, oh, eventually this is going to come to light. Like at the end of the case, we get our satisfactory answers, right? No, they actually kept that from us, which, you know, I respect. I see what they were doing in hindsight. In the middle of it, it was confusing where I was just kind of like, wait, we're really not going to answer this? Like, I know it's coming, but I want answers. How dare you? I like how the
1
blackmailing
minute.
ties back to the original report from R.D. Frost. I think that's very solid in the story. I'll give that a 4-2. Excelsius Winter as a villain. Is he one of the greats? Ugh, that man pisses me off. Design, I'm iffy. Attitude, yeah, he's a villain you definitely hate. Abusive to his child. Is he effective as a villain? 4 or 5. 4 or 5. I'm gonna go 4 for him as well. I'm not sure he's one of the greats, but he is effective. And then as for the characters, Excelsius, Lotta, Needler, Hilda, Emma. I do always like having Emma come back. That's great. Needler was fun. I did kind of like her fascination with needles. I think I said on stream, oh, she's nifty, but with needles. So that was entertaining. Is it a solid cast of characters? I'm gonna give it a 3.
Great.
It's a good cast, but just a 3. And then mechanics, are we really counting Amnesia as a mechanic?
Not
Do I really have to rate? I mean, I enjoyed playing Amnesiac K. That was fun as hell.
But I don't know
if it was a
3
mechanic.
or 4. Give it a 3
I'm going 4. I'm going
right.
4.
Dylan.
The mechanics are still holding up.
I don't like amnesia as a trope. I feel like it's kind of painful.
Yeah.
Because all the stuff that they're supposed to know,
It's
they
really
don't. You have to
annoying.
learn it again. So I'm gonna give the mechanics a 3. I like Ace Attorney. I feel like they didn't do it in an awful way, but I really don't like Amnesia. I can't recall the last time Amnesia was fun for me.
Haha.
For characters, Ex-Justicius, Lotta. I like Excelsius a lot. I really do. I hate Lotta. We all know this.
I can see it.
Hopefully, most people agree.
Yes.
But I didn't really like Needler or Hilda.
Yeah.
So to me, we're just kind of weighing it on with Excelsius and Emma to hold up the character arc. I don't think they're enough. I gotta say it. Don't we have Eustace in this one as well?
Eustace
or
and
is he
Verity
not
are
really-
here, but they don't like. I guess we have a
do that
little bit
much?
of Eustace's backstory here, if you want to count him with this
Yeah.
stuff. But it's not until
I'm gonna
next
give
case
this
that he
one for
really hits
characters.
his stride.
Excelsius is why it's not a 2.
And same with
It's
Get
a 3
Verity has a little
It's a
little
3.
growth there as well.
I do like Excelsius. So Excelsius as a rating for a villain, I would give a 4.5 if I could, but vibes edge him to a 5.
Oh shit.
I think he's fun. I think the fact that he is pulling the strings and he's the one that is making the committee do all its fuck shit and is kind of forcing Verity's hand too. And so far, Verity hasn't been able to either figure out he's been doing it or
Until this
oust or
moment.
prove it. I like that. And I also like how awful of a dad he is. It adds to the villainousness. What can I say? Now, I think he's a tier below Von Karma. I'll be honest. I don't think he's quite as good as Gant either.
Yeah,
But I
that's
do
my
think he's a
feeling.
step up
Interesting.
from
I do
Gusto.
like him more than Gant.
I think he's a step up from Gusto. So to me, I want to put him in a higher tier. For the story, the blackmail aspect, I understand that Needler being a part of that or Hilda being a part of that makes sense. It was okay. It was all right. The story itself wasn't particularly doing it for me. I think it was okay. I'm going to give it a 3.
All right.
The fact that amnesia plays such a big role of it really does detract from my enjoyment of it. Because like whenever we are making progress, Kay is like, "Can I just plead guilty now?" and we're like, "No." Or holding up the
But you
timer to the
called me
mic
a
so I
thief.
feel the pressure.
That's what I was.
Stream can't
For
hear it unless I
mystery-
hold it up to the mic.
All right. For mystery, all right, I'm just gonna give it a 3 as well. I understand it's setting up for especially the next arc, and I also understand that we're not meant to have all the pieces yet. But we never really get a time in this arc at all where we get a payoff for a lot of the stuff it's setting up. So it does detract from my enjoyment.
All right. I'm going around. I will agree with Dylan. I can find amnesia kind of frustrating. I feel like the total amnesia kills me. I wish Kay had partial amnesia. I wish Kay didn't
Yeah.
remember that night, her being kidnapped, but I really wish she was still Kay. It was kind of upsetting that she was not
She
Kay.
wasn't Kay.
So I'm gonna have to give
But
it
isn't
a
that what
3.
spurs you on to like help her and
she's
get
just
your
annoying.
weird girl back?
I'm upset that it's not Kay.
Wow.
I'm very upset that it's not Kay. I want
No, I
Kay
think
to be
it's
traumatized. I don't want Yak to
Interesting.
be traumatized. Kind of lame. Lotta sucks. She sucks just as much as this one, even with Edgeworth having more of a backbone than Phoenix. I don't like Needler. The grandma thing was Excelsius is certainly a character in the way you say, like, oh, you're such a character. So he was fine. Again, I agree with Dylan. Emma and him don't hold them up enough, so it's a 3. Villain, I'm really on it with Dylan. I definitely put Von Karma and Gant as the top. If I was an actual tier list, it would go in S tier, Von Karma, Gant, and then Excelsius. So I agree with that way. And thus I will round him up to a 5. But he is a lesser 5 than Von Karma and Gant, 100%.
Yeah.
I do enjoy them more. Story-wise,
It's like a 5C.
I like the way this tied in. I like the way that we learn about how this whole deal, how Excelsius was like the guy with Von Karma, right? Like he was the one on the phone that's like, I can't be your fucking bitch this time, Von Karma. You gotta deal with it yourself. And that caused Von Karma to fucking shoot Gregory. So, like, in a way, like, Excelsius did make Von Karma kill Gregory. So I do like that. This one has, like Dylan says, a lot of lead up into the next one. So the story of this one is mostly set up for the other one. So I'm gonna give it a 3 as well. It's very much the setup case for the final case, 100%. Mystery-wise, no, this one frustrated me. I fucking hate, why couldn't we see that fucking hatch this entire time? Make it more hidden. Very pissed off. Did not enjoy that. It was so annoying about that. Again, Lotta's just kind of a bitch the whole time about it. Didn't like, it's a mid-3 mystery for me as well. This one was very much,
Damn,
we need
you
this.
guys were harsh on this one.
This one is very much, we needed it for the next case. You know, like that was what it felt like, and it
I
it
will
held
enjoyed
that.
it.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
enjoyed
did
dislike it.
link these two in my mind because they're so close together and they're so connected.
All right. Last case. Moving on down. So you have a lot in this one. The mystery. Zhang Fa's president Dijun Wang is found dead on the set of the new Taurosaurus vs. Gordy movie inside a giant footprint that appeared overnight. He was crushed to death. The story is that Sean Fen, which is Verity's adoptive son, is actually the blood son of the actual Zhang Fa president, who was killed back in the past by Canis in consort with Excelsius winner Lagarde and the president's body double. And during this, they killed Rosie's fiance, Alf, in the process. The trio then turned on Canis, who escaped via the help of a child he had helped previously, Simeon. The body double then assumed the president's position and was the one in the, not 1-1, 2-1, in the assassination case that we saw. Knight is actually Artie Frost's son, and Simeon was Gusto's son, who were saved by Canis 19 years ago. Full of spite and believing himself to be Frost's son, actually, Simeon orchestrates the deaths of Rook, Bronco, Rosie, and Rosie in order to convict Bronco, Lagarde, the body double, and Excelsius winner for their past crimes. He was the one kidnapped Kay and directly killed the body double in this process. In addition to this, Eustace also overcomes his shortcomings and his fear of his father to find hidden evidence, or thrown out evidence, you could say, and convict Lagarde. That's his sort of major arc there. The villain is Simeon Saint, who turned out to be pulling all the strings this entire fucking time. The characters are Sean, Verity, Eustace, Lang, Alf All Down, Canis, DeKiller, Tabby, Lotta, Penny Nichols, and Powers. I would say there was not a mechanic That was everything like that. All right. Mars.
All right. So, mystery-wise, something they do here that I don't think they've done in any other case is, first we have Lang saying, I think it was Sean. Sean, you're guilty of killing the president, right? So we prove it to him. Oh, no, not possible. This is how the president died. And then when we reach Simeon, it's like, oh, no, wait. This is actually how he died. But I kind of like that the evidence all points to, oh, it could have happened.
I think you're right. We
I
do
know
do
they
fingerprints
search
in
for
this one.
fingerprints.
We
Yeah,
do,
they do fingerprints.
We do fingerprints in this one. That's the mechanics.
Yeah, no, you're right,
Add that
Bass.
in.
You're right.
Continue, Mars.
But that's one of the things I really like about this mystery is that the evidence could have been pointing to either direction. And like for a second, you're like, yeah, we're comfortable with this answer. And then it's like, nope, wait, we got to go back to the drawing board and like almost throw out everything we know. I don't know. That adds a sense of urgency to the mystery. It adds a sense of intrigue. It adds like another layer of, ooh, like change your way of thinking. I don't know. I really like how they did that. Mystery, I will give a 4.
All right.
The story, holy shit, so much was going on in this case. I do like how everything came together. I think they did it in a satisfying way that all the unanswered pieces, all the loose knots were tied up very nicely. The two elements I like particularly the most about the story, obviously Eustace overcoming his fear of his father and finding himself as an attorney, wanting to do things himself and really try. That was great. That was a great moment. I liked seeing Verity's connection with Sean and like kind of seeing what motivates her. That was a good time. I'm gonna give story a 4 as well. It was pretty solid.
Right.
I enjoyed how everything came together at the end. Simeon Saint, the guy we thought was the most throwawayable character ever. Bait and switch. That design is fucking insane. Amazing. I like the backstory they give him. I like how he was kind of like, he falls into that trope of not everyone's born a villain, villains are created, and he pulls it off pretty well.
You're so slow.
You guys can explain yourselves. I'm trying.
We explain ourselves within the time limit. Her.
It's alright. Oh,
I'm
calm down.
trying.
Ori, we can keep going later to finish
Anyway.
the dead plate.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Hashtag Simeon did nothing wrong.
I'm just messing with
No,
her.
Simeon committed a couple wrongs. I don't know if I'd put him up with greats. I think he did some things that were new and different for the series, which kept him interesting. I think I'll give him a 4 as well. Holy crap, what a crap ton of characters. Sean, interesting. At the end, they tried to do a Simeon, we're not so different, you and I type thing. I didn't think that was really needed, honestly, but it was there. Verity, we got to see another side to her. We got to see her as a mother. That was great. Eustace, another side to him as a, I'm not going to let you walk all over me, Dad. Fuck you. Lang as a desperate guy just trying to clear his family's name. That was another side. Boy, we saw a lot of different sides to these characters. Pretty stacked cast. I'll give the characters a 5.
Wow.
Oh, and then fingerprints.
Yeah, fingerprints.
I don't think anything really changed about fingerprints. I think it was just the same as it was in the previous games.
Yeah, it was this. We didn't have to match any fingerprints. We just had to find one with the powder. So honestly, it was less. However, we did get the little squishy of the pom-pom cookie.
Squishy was fun, but I think that's a 3 for me. It didn't really update it. It didn't
really
change
add.
anything. It was just, this is great. It was good before. It's good now.
All right, Dylan.
Okay.
Yes, the writer is verbose.
Ha ha ha!
For
Nice.
the
Shock of all
mystery.
shocks, I know.
For the mystery, I actually like the monster stuff, and obviously it then balloons from there, literally. Unintended. I'm trying to think, how would I quantify a better or worse mystery? And while it's very subjective, and that's kind of the point, you could put vibes into it, I'm definitely gonna give the mystery a 5. I liked it. It was really good. For the story, slightly convoluted, although I didn't raise that objection with the fucking Kadopia shit, and my god. But
yes, Fifi
I don't think
is
it
really
being
there, too.
convoluted is necessarily bad. I think it ties it together very satisfyingly as well. And I don't think this is a hot take, but I think this also deserves a 5.
All right.
As
Cool.
a villain, Simeon Saint. He is a 4.5 in my mind. Now, where to put him, a 4 or a 5, and that's actually difficult for me.
It's
Is he
really
S tier
hard.
or is he A? Is he the bottom of S
That's
tier
the
or the
thing,
top
that's
of
the
A
thing.
tier?
I really enjoyed his transformation. It was awesome.
It was fun.
And ultimately, him being evil is satisfying, especially with his alliance with Canis. I really enjoyed that as well. Simeon's great. He really is. He's probably... God, it's so hard. I don't think he's S tier.
Hmm.
I don't know if I'm gonna get some pitchforks, but
No, I'm gonna.
he's
be
really
inclined to
good.
agree.
He is. He's better than Gusto for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Totally think so. But I don't think he breaks it into the top. I think there's certain parts of me that sees him especially when he was confused by the fact that he wasn't actually the son of who he thought he was, and at a certain point it made me
Poor
kind of like,
guy's whole world came crashing down.
yes, but like he felt a little bit of a victim. He felt like he was twisted and like he's an orphan, and yeah, he was. I didn't really get the vibe of him being in the top tier of villains. I know he wanted justice, and obviously it was twisted of what he thought that was, but he felt, I guess, more of like he was damaged than he was evil. Obviously he did do evil things, and he's damaged to the point of being evil, but it's a different vibe. His vibe was definitely different. Characters, it's always hard to characterize children in a way that's unique from each other. I feel some mediums do that. Sean, he's whatever. He's fine. I don't hate him, don't like him. I think that Verity, especially, and Eustace Double especially, had a lot more characterization. In the last arc, it kind of felt like Verity was just kind of like, wow, Edgeworth, I really appreciate you doing this. So we're gonna have to crucify you just a little bit,
Yeah,
boy.
we still have
Just
to
a
take
little
your
bit. I don't have a backbone, but I do appreciate you. But like, I'm not gonna say that out loud. But also, I feel like she got redeemed a bit. Oh, Eustace got redeemed way fucking more, obviously. But I like that.
Being trapped in a closet will do that to you.
All down, he certainly did.
Yep. You did all.
I
all down.
do love Canis. The fact that he came back is great. The fact that he had a role in killing the president, hello base department. Unfortunately, though, Tabby literally is just Lana in this one. Like, she has nothing differentiating her from Lana. Her personality is
Very
literally
sad.
just, I am also Lana, but I don't have the southern isms as much. I think Penny's kind of bland as a character. Overall, I'm going to give the characters in this one a hesitant 3.5.
To what?
You gotta round it.
I will round it down to 3, though.
All right.
There is kind of a lot
There's a
of
lot of
people who are just kind of talking.
Mhm.
Mechanics, obviously, it's the same. We'll give it a 5. It's fair. I feel like Sean's kind of an bass. But, I mean, yes, it is sass.
And he's only 13, you know.
I know he's only
Yeah, he
13,
could always
but he's-
grow out of it.
Overall, it was a very good case.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna start. Where do I want to start? I mean, mechanics are pretty much the same. I'm gonna give mechanics a 4 in this one, solely because we get the extraterritorial rights-esque-ness feeling without having any goof at all. I will admit, I was getting done with Simeon's whole deal by the end there. Oh, you can't catch me! What about this? Huh? You can't catch me! Like, I don't know. It was like it went on too long. It's like, we got you, bitch.
Really?
Fucking give it up. He was literally
Dang.
telling everybody in a room full of people. He was being like, yeah, I did it, but you can't get me.
Like,
And
he
it
should
was
have been
like,
arrested, but
yeah,
It was
it
getting
wasn't.
a little
It
ridiculous.
wasn't old.
It was
I
too
didn't feel
long
like
in the
it got
tooth for
old.
me. It
Attribute that more
knocks
to
it down
character personality.
1 point.
It didn't feel like the game was forcing us to play it out. That
I
felt like character
disagree.
personality.
I'm knocking it down 1 point. It doesn't get a solid 5. It gets a 4, which is still good, but
That's
you know,
right
it wasn't
there next to
ruining.
me.
But I was still, it wasn't it. Characters, we had a lot of like deep callbacks, like Lotta, like Penny, like Powers. I'm always annoyed that Lang is like so little in these games when he's on the box in the first game, and he's like really not in a lot of the cases. I'm really annoyed. I like Lang. Yeah, All Down had just like a moment. I was happy that Canis came back because he had a cool deal, so it was fun to get him back in there. The Killer and Canis, they always, like, in the splash art, paint them so fucking cool looking. They really do. They got a lot of aura to them. Lotta always pisses me off. Tabby, a little, but not as much as Lotta. Sean was
He's just
fine.
Lotta.
I was okay with them and Verity. Obviously, Eustace does a great one here. Does Eustace carry? Lang was kind of annoying in this one, to be honest, too. He was being a little,
he really was.
like, loose cannon-wise. I'm gonna give it a 3.
When I said 3, you were like, really?
No, I wasn't like, really. That was Mars.
I was the one who went really.
Oh, okay.
She gave characters a 5. I did not say really to characters.
She
Okay.
did?
Yeah, she
I
did.
did.
Oh, if
Okay.
I heard that, I would have drank something to spit it out.
I'm in agreement with Dylan. Simeon Saint is good. He's a fun time. He does not hit S tier for me. You know, what's his name? Excelsius barely squeezes in up there and being evil. I think Simeon is just not evil enough in the sense, like, he had too much justification, right? The other ones we put in S tier are just corrupt motherfuckers, right? Like, they're corrupt.
Monsters, yeah.
Yeah,
But,
they don't
like,
have sad
the
backstories.
Devils of Ace Attorney, right? I
I
like
will
my
say,
villains.
all the people we have in S tier are corruption.
Yeah,
And
they're corruption.
this guy isn't that.
This
But I
guy's
don't
not
think
corruption.
you need to be corrupt to be an
No,
S tier.
but I don't
just
think
think
you hit it yet.
to be.
It's the
I-
perfect
also,
explanation of
I feel
pure
like I
evil.
feel too much sympathy.
And also, I
for
don't think we put Dahlia in S tier, and she is
No,
pure
we fucking
evil.
didn't.
So you know that's
No.
not the thing. But he does not hit the S tier for me, so he's a 4. Really fun time. Love the the changeover, everything. Really great. Everything comes together really cool in this one. I like getting to see how so many things played into the stupid version of what happened with the monster fucking stepping on him, right? Like, I like to see how many things with Excelsius trying to dig up the money or whatever, and like all of this sort of stuff, the evidence and like all of this stuff kind of coalescing to like the perfect framing for Simeon to use to frame Sean and everything in the monster. That was really fun. I think a lot of things came to a head really perfectly. I really liked how the story came together. I'm gonna give it a 5. Mystery-wise, I'd have to put it roughly the same. The one thing I think that really pissed me off is I don't like how Lotta's stupid, but that's a Lotta problem and not a thing. Because the stupid of like oh my god, it's the monster no matter fucking what is like, girl, please. Like I know
Yeah,
you
that
like
was
the idea
annoying.
of cryptids and shit, but like this is too far. You know, and then how she fucking stopped us and we had to be like, how is it not a monster? And it's like, bitch. Innocent until proven guilty. Not monster until proven monster, okay? So,
Let the
but
monster fuckers cook.
that was not really the mystery's fault, though. And I think having how it came, I like the mystery. I'm only gonna give it a 4, though. There's mysteries I like significantly more. In Dylan's words, this is a 4 out of 5. I'm rounding it down to a 4. And that's my final offer.
Give me an example of a 5 for you real quick.
Turnabout Goodbyes is by far my favorite.
Yeah.
That's my top
Oh,
one.
you're trying to pick on the mentally disabled. Is that the one where
Von
Edgeworth
Karma.
is accused?
Von
and
Karma's
Karma?
case,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Von
Yeah,
Karma's case
yeah.
is my S tier, the best mystery ever. Nothing has yet to top it. I
It's
love
hard
that
to
one
top the emotional highs of that one.
so much. I also enjoy the mystery of the one where Dahlia is possessing Misty Faye, and then it ends up being Godot kills in self-defense. I like that mystery as well. That one's up there too. This one, again, is good. I really enjoy it, but it doesn't hit those highs of that one. So, 4. Yep. All right, let me finish the tally a little bit. And then
We
you can
did
get all our
it!
things.
And Ori, I'd just like to point out you went way over time there.
I know. 4, 8. I also went way
Cooked.
under time a
Everyone
bunch
gets
of times.
called out equally around here.
Cooked.
Oh, okay.
Mars. And I
We
took
shall
that
find
personally.
out in a moment, Enthuse.
I've just gotta finish tallying.
Finally, we can have a real tier list. Let's go.
No.
I worry as the games get longer and the cases get longer, the talking points will get longer. I
It's
feel like it's
okay.
inevitable.
It's okay. Just like Mind Chess, if you go over time, nothing's actually gonna happen.
Hmm. Except Ori will yell at you.
I was yelling at you jokingly. Last time we went so bad that 4 more cases caused us to do 2 whole streams about this, okay?
Oh, I know. But we were nowhere near that. Come on.
Not this time, thankfully. If there was no timer, we
We
would
did
have
good
gotten
tonight.
there. Not gonna lie. All right.
We did good tonight. We did good tonight.
So, for Turnabout, so Investigations 1-1, we have Mars at a 14, Dylan at an 11, and Ori at 13. Dylan, that's the one with Portsman the villain.
Fuck, thank you so
Investigations
much.
1-2, this is with Cammy Meal as the villain. Mars has a 16, Dylan has a 17, Ori has an 18. Investigations 1-3, this is with Lance Amano in the amusement park. Mars has an 18, Dylan has a 17, Ori has a 17. In 1-4, this is the flashback one with Von Karma back, young Edgeworth, young Francisca. We have Mars at a 14, Dylan at a 15, Ori at a 16.
Wait, I was 15?
You were 15, yes. That's for the one you
Okay.
hate bad in.
Yup.
1-5, this is Alba. Mars had 18, Dylan had 20, Ori had 19. For Investigations 2-1, this is the one where Bronco Knight is the murderer. Mars had 18, Dylan had 21, Ori had 17. 2-2, this is the one where Lagarde is the killer. Mars had 22, Dylan had 20, Ori had 20. In 2-3, this is the one... Fuck. What is the third one?
The
Oh,
one
this is
fuck.
the flashback case with Gusto. Mars had 23, Dylan had 19, Ori had 23. In 2-4, this is the one where Excelsius is the villain. Mars had 19, Dylan had 17, Ori had 17. And then 2-5, this is the one we just did with Simeon. Mars had 20, Dylan had 22, and Ori had 20. I think 23 is the highest we gave anything. And Mars and I gave that to the flashback case in Investigations 2 with Gregory Edgeworth. 2-3.
That
I
makes
gave
sense.
the last case at 22, so that's pretty
You
close.
gave 22. That was Dylan's
I kept track of
favorite,
all
I
of my
think.
scores.
Okay.
Yes! Oh my god, Enthuse. If you make an actual tier list, like, of all of
Yes.
our rankings in
I
a
will
tier
post
list,
them in the Discord in the
I
way
will
that I have
donate
written them.
$10 to a charity of your choice, Enthuse.
Damn.
Do you have the old ones? I don't know if I have the old ones.
I hope I was smart enough to type it in chat at the end for my own scores.
If Enthuse asked me for the old ones, but otherwise they're of course in the thing. Okay.
I hope you get Wi-Fi soon, Enthuse.
Enthuse confirmed as a data mail.
Yes. A data man. All right.
That's good.
All right. Here, let me put them in couch. Nothing has villains, so it's fine for me to put in couch. Mine are all the case numbers. So they're code to Dylan. There you are, Enthuse.
Code to
I
Dylan?
hope that
Yeah.
number
Yup.
can help you.
Glad to hear,
Alright.
Mason.
Let me do this for a second.
Oh.
All
On
right.
to the second part of the night.
The second part of the night, you Mars need to change the thing. Dylan, I will change
Yep,
his.
I got you.
But I'm actually going to try and stop the scuff by leaving the Discord call before opening the game. So that is what I'm going to do. And I will be back stream. You'll be with me, Dylan and Mars.
Guys, we are in fact confirming, Penguin, we are heading to Gay Chef Land.
We are heading to
Yes.
Gay Chef Land right
We
now.
are heading to gay cannibal chef land.
Yes, but you
Specifically.
must
Hold on, the gays can eat each other. That's fine.
okay. But you must indeed allow me to have a moment with chat. All right? Goodbye. I will be right back.
Wait, what are you telling Chef?
Goodbye.
He loves to do that, chat, doesn't he, folks? Doesn't he? I need to quit Discord. And then we can open up Dead Plate. Where did I put Dead Plate? I have to remember where I put Dead Plate. Okay, I think I know where Dead Plate is. How are you guys, chat? They exist only in memory now? What? You never let another man... by ending that... He was Van Goghing. He just made Rhodey Van Gogh. That's what he did. He wanted to make Rhodey Van Gogh. This is not it. No. Invest Studio... Yeah, Investigate Games. There we go. Dead Plate. Dead Plate game. Okay. The problem is that every time I do this, it gives me an issue where it fucks up everything. So I'm trying to get ahead of that by doing it this way. And then let me get this. Let me stop this music. Let me do that. Let me do this. All right. We're returning now. We are bringing them in. The Discord. All right. We're not going to show this for a second while Discord decides it has to open over there. All right. We're going back in. Let's hope everything is not totally fucked. And that I don't have to do it again. Hello.
Hello.
Are you here? Dylan's in the bathroom, I believe. Oh, but
No, I am.
We're here.
Oh,
There they are.
welcome back. We did it. Scuffless.
Woohoo!
Sadly,
No,
Lucy, yes, we are in fact dead.
Oh
you do
no.
have to reshare your screen with us, Ori.
Yes. That
So there
is
is
the
that.
thing I must do. Success. Oh, that's always the thing that fucks it up. But we should be okay. Fingers
I do
crossed.
prefer Gay Lawyer Land as well,
I
Sarah.
think we'll be okay.
Yes, we do.
But we're about to finish off
Welcome
these
back,
games once
everybody.
and for all.
We're gonna finish off these
Yes.
days. And
We
then,
have
guys,
two endings.
when we see you next year, guess what? We'll be playing with the other gay lawyers, the younger gay lawyers. Fresh
it's
meat.
Apollo time.
I've always known necromancy.
In our spare time, Canadian Lucifer, these
Yeah.
jobbies get to be a lot.
So, guys, and new outfits, new gay lawyers, double the gay. You know?
Yes.
More
What's not
gay
to love?
interactions between Dylan and I.
What's not to love? Women. We don't
Yeah.
love women. We love the men.
We love the
That's what
men.
makes it
I'm
gay.
a
Come
man,
on, Mars.
and Dylan and I are gay. Done.
What?
There you
News
go.
to Dylan. Yeah, he didn't know. I had to wait until we were engaged to tell him. All right. Let us double check what I have to do. Yes.
All
All
I think
right.
it all takes place on the last day, no?
Yes. I just have to recall Which save that is.
I'm guessing one of the later ones.
It is certainly one of the later ones, but I don't know which later one. Let's see where this one opens.
I don't know if there are any
indeed.
main characters
Yes,
who are
yes.
women, Poon.
Oh?
I don't know. I'm not asking Chad to tell me. But I don't think so. I think they're
In
always
this one,
guys.
they're gay here. In Ace Attorney, obviously, Mia Lana are the lesbians. But in this game,
No, I mean
yeah.
like as main characters.
it's gay. I don't know. Is Athena lesbian for anybody? I guess we'll have to find out.
I don't know who Athena is, so no
I don't know
spoilers.
if Athena gets anybody, honestly.
All right.
I don't know who it is. Please stop.
Shush. Athena! Okay.
I'm entirely ignorant of Greek culture. I don't even know what the word Athena means. Is that a place?
Enlighten me, what's your
Feels
name?
like walking into a mousetrap. Maybe I should just ditch and tell him I got to an accident or something the next morning. Okay, this is not it.
This is the dinner party.
Yeah, this is not what I want.
No,
Let me
no,
leave.
Bass. I don't mean characters. Bass, I mean like the characters you play as. I know we did technically play as Mia for a bit, but
Oh my
it
god.
feels weird to call her one of the main playable characters. Let's be real.
Quit. Okay. So that was...
Not correct.
No, it was not correct. I believe it was
Rats.
that one. So what about this one seems good? Seems after a long time. Okay, I'm having a dream. I think this is good news.
Yeah, this is after the dinner party.
Yeah, this is
I
after the dinner party.
specifically remember saying, oh, this dream makes more sense after a
Okay,
dinner party.
I have to not equip the matches. That is what I must do.
Oh, so you won't be able to get out of the rope.
Yes. All right.
Exactly, and then we die in the freezer.
And we die in the freezer.
Okay.
Let us start a
Ooh.
shift. Okay. Appy. Look, there's the
Deserved
lamb,
meat, I
Mars,
see.
like you had. Side dessert. I like how dessert just looks like it's wine soup. I know that's not what it is, but it looks like it's wine soup. Looks like the appetizer is French toast with
I mean,
butter,
this is France
lamb
after all.
chops, some cracker with like
There's
spread
a
on
piece
it.
of spam on top of a
Yeah,
cutting
a
board.
piece of spam,
Yeah,
spam on
it
top
really
of a
is
cracker,
piece of spam
and then wine soup.
and wine soup.
Okay.
Just to
How the
top it
fuck do
off.
I remember how to play this? I don't remember how to play this actually.
Wasn't it?
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Table for two, please.
Shift. That's what I wanted. Okay. Okay.
Oh, look,
Trying to
he's
recall
there
how
with
to
his
do this.
boyfriend.
Yeah. See the gay.
He's
Oh,
serving the gays. I
that
knew
looks like
that would
me,
plays
but
it.
with darker hair.
It really does.
Waiting, waiting. Table for
Come take
one.
my order.
Hey Ori,
Yeah.
don't we have to go into the freezer and not actually play the level?
Oh, is that what I have to do? Maybe you're right.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, you're right, Dylan.
Whoopsies.
Good job.
That was me reading chat, but
Oh. Thank you, chat. I was too into the game.
thank you, Lucy. Our hitting star.
Whoopsie doopsie. That's right. We need to find the locket.
God.
You know what? Good point. Why didn't they lock it? I mean,
We have the key to the freezer. That's what it was.
they did
Yeah.
lock it. So you're saying
now
they
we
did
got
lock it?
that.
Yeah, forgot the plot. I was too into the gameplay. Man. Easy. Oh, good. Good. Struggle. I only have the
your
struggle
only
option.
options are struggle.
Okay, no!
I can't like it.
Ori, choose the second struggle option.
Okay.
We're on the struggle bus now.
Stop. But I wouldn't be able to reach the end with my arms like this. Fuck! There's nothing I have on me to catch a bus right.
Oh boy.
Get away from me! Don't come any closer! Stop! Stop! This is you, Dylan.
That you, Dylan.
No, is it though?
Yes.
Yes, you're taunting
Are
your
we sure?
victim.
I'm very certain
Yes.
it's you.
Calm down. You don't have to be doing any of that. You can stop. You're ending up in the same place no matter what you do. My tummy. Actually, you know what? Maybe if you're fast enough, you can get out.
Ooh, that's just cruel.
Oh, fuck.
Hell, I'll even give you a 15-second head start.
Really? You, that's for me? You mean it?
Of course. Go. Go.
Shoo, shoo.
13!
That's just sad.
I literally can't go any faster. Oh no! Oh,
That's so sad.
I was holding shift too. That was the
Ori!
that was the
Make you
sprint.
Ori.
There's nothing
across
else.
the floor.
You're not good at
Oh
gaming.
my
Wow, that was
God,
nothing else I
Ori.
could do.
Dylan, that was a forced loss scenario. There was nothing
think
she
so.
could
Just
do.
taunting me.
No, that
Should I-
was
should we
forced
have had
loss.
Ori give the controller to someone else?
No.
You can't even bother to hurry when your life depends on it? How disappointing.
Time to die. Oh,
He,
well,
he
shit.
really did not try.
Dylan, how fast do you think you could wiggle toward the door in
I
a
could definitely
cold
crawl
freezer
faster
while
than
being
Brody
tied by
fucking did. There's no
ropes?
fucking way. I
would
can
simply
crawl
shimmy
on
to
my
the side
ass
and then
cheeks
lo-
faster than
No,
Brody
no, no, no.
did.
Really,
would
after being
shimmy
in a
to the
freezer
side.
for so long?
I don't get that slow
Log
in a freezer.
roll.
Getting all your muscles chilled like that?
Log roll.
Log roll. Log roll.
That would have been the smarter move.
Oh, yeah.
Or like stand up
I
and
won't
hop.
deny that. That would have been.
Oh,
I
It's
feel
hard
like
to
Brody
stand up
just
if you
would have
can't
face
bend your
planted if
legs.
he did.
you've earned cherry vanilla gelato.
Oh no, he turned us into ice cream.
All right, we got one more. Oh, I didn't
He
realize the thing
creamed-
changed. His cheeks were too thick. Ay,
That
ay,
is
ay.
true.
Ah.
Okay,
You,
it was
thank you, Ellie.
this
Well
one.
put.
Get cream.
Indeed, Allie, indeed.
All right. Last one, guys. Last one.
Cherry vanilla.
Yeah, cherry.
Oh my god. So what do we gotta do in this last one?
You'll see.
Equip matches,
Yes.
burn your way out, let him hit you with the bottle, I assume.
Oh, fun.
Or let him hit you with the knife, whatever he's swinging.
Can I talk to these chefs quickly before I die? Apparently not. All right.
No, they don't want to talk to
Into
you.
the place
They'll
I
get
should
yelled
not
at
go.
and
They're
then
each like,
eaten.
how do I cook when I have no hands left? The fucker chopped him off.
Sacre
Mason.
bleu.
Good night, Mason.
Oh, he uses the corkscrew. That's right. That's right.
None.
Why are his eyes glowing?
Because he's evil.
Is that why your eyes glow, Ori?
Wow.
Dylan, your eyes literally glow.
Well.
So good. Oh, good. Use matches. Okay, I have to remember how the fuck to get out of here.
It's the flour sacks and then the meat to stuff in the fan. The bone from the
some
meat
cleaning
to stuff in the fan.
supplies. Keep away from the food. Where's the flour? Oh, over here.
You need flour sacks.
Back the flour. Take them. You got the flour. Put them over here to place the flour. I think I also
Now
have
let's
to
go get some
turn
meats.
on the thing somehow. Is it this way?
Did that help
Yeah.
us
Yep, flip it
all?
on. Yeah, I need the
Oh, yeah, no,
bone
they
to
did.
get
You
the
gotta
meat.
use the meat.
Yeah. Now I got bones. The saw I needed for the bones.
And then you reach the bones up into the fan.
Yeah.
He heard about screwing but thought it was literal. Oh no!
And then it's something with the oil?
No, that's only if you burn down the place,
Right.
right?
Okay, so then what do I do after this part?
You can open the door.
Oh, was that it?
You're no longer freezing.
Oh,
You have your strength back.
I see. My bad. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Hate.
You want to be God, so why are you so afraid?
Isn't he gonna get me as I try to leave? I thought that's what happened.
It's locked, I thought.
Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, it is.
Yep. Where did he show up from again?
I don't. I think
his
I went in.
office, right?
Office? Oh, you're right. We were in the office.
I think I have to try to leave through here. It's locked. I don't remember what I did.
I think you go into his office.
I
and then he
tried,
finds
it
you.
didn't like me.
Yes.
Okay. I went into the office. It didn't let me do anything.
One more time.
Do you hear me
Try harder.
pushing? What the fuck do I do?
Chat is saying the office.
I'm trying to go into the office. It will not let me. I'm trying. I am literally
Did
trying.
we glitch the game? What did we forget?
Oh, I have to
I
look
don't
at the
know.
food.
No, look at the meat.
A
We're
dead
dumb.
plate.
It's like a grilled
Yeah,
apple
Guys,
there
steak.
we go.
The dead plate.
There we
Yeah,
go.
there you go, Bess.
The game.
The
That's right.
game.
We had to look at the Marin steak. I forgot.
Manon.
Manon. All right, let him get you.
Maybe we can talk about this. Wait, don't come any closer. Oh.
Ooh! Ouch!
Ooh.
Ooh. We got dragged.
Oh. Meat saw noises.
Well,
And he looks at me, and I look at him, and he looks at me, and I look at him. Miles O. Ah.
and he looked insane.
Damn, we're really just going on that
Well,
saw, huh?
We got 100% in Dead Plate. Let's go!
We did
We
all of
did
the
it,
endings.
chat!
Woo!
Amazing. Fantastic. And just on time, too, huh?
Look at that. Look
Wow.
We
at
did
that.
everything right in time.
Even
Crazy
though
how that works.
Oh,
coal-fired
coal-fired heart.
Ooh.
Abattoir.
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 Jeez.
Even though we had open brackets female co-hosts close brackets taking way too long on their reviews for the turnabouts, we still managed to succeed and
God
finish
forbid
on
I give
time.
a thorough review.
I wasn't talking about you.
Wow. Offended. I told
Is
you
there
earlier.
another co-host in the room I do not
I
know
was a
about?
man.
Yes, Mars. There is.
No, I am the host. You are co-hosts.
No.
I'm a host
Yes,
prime.
Lucy, it is.
Alpha host.
Thank you, Allie. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly, Ellie. Took a normal amount of time.
I wasn't talking about. The joke was that you both did go over time, so I wanted
Yes, you
to have
also
a
went
open
over
brackets
time,
insert
so-
female co-host, and then
Oh.
boom.
All right. But yes, that's
Ooh,
Dead
Dylan
Plate.
bullying Craig.
Guys, that means
How
we
dare.
do currently only have one more fully finished Duty Investigrave game to play. It's called
Holy crow.
Rotten Paradise, which is on our list, but obviously not happening anytime soon. Now, we will
Definitely
not...
in the future.
Yeah, one day. We will not see you until next year. I know. I can't believe it either. But with that new year comes Apollo! So,
Hephaestus!
no,
I'm
Hephaestus.
so excited. No.
Aphrodite.
So, yes, the next time that we are
Aries.
playing Streaming Friday, which will be next year. I know, a
Yes.
whole year. And,
So far away, but hang in there,
we'll
guys.
be in new outfits, with new voices, in a new game. Not just a new game, a new, like, section of the game, a new trilogy, a new grouping.
I'm excited.
It is a new time. Okay, I'm waiting to see how much the game calls him short at this point, with everybody calling him fucking short. The game
Good night,
has to call
everyone.
him
Thanks
fucking
for
short.
sticking around.
And thank you to our YouTube
you
channel
liked it-
members.
Might as well just leave it a like. Tell everyone.
Yeah.
And by everyone,
Maybe
I mean
leave a
the
comment or
algorithm.
two. That would be quite nice as
Let's
well.
let's not get carried away, Mars.
Hey, you know.
But
Year's
we would like to give
resolutions.
a special thank you, not just everyone who's still stuck to the end, but to our YouTube members. And that includes Perry His Perry, Nicole, Dichotomy, Blue, The Lakitu Bro, Aragorn, Canadian Lucifer, Tay, and the Jester.
He still can't remember you guys after all this time. Doing the same.
No, it was a pause for dramatic effect.
I read it. I don't memorize it. I don't
Yep.
want to add someone to the list by accident.
All right. Thank you all for coming.
It's
Have a
okay.
lovely weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Yes. See you next week in the new year, guys. Have a good one.
Good night.
Abattoir.
Sure.